What's up, Daniel? What's up, pal? What's up, D-Shot? What's up, Aaron?
Hey, Aaron. Yo, what's happening? Got the Giants Cup.
Hey, all right.
Little ginger tea tonight.
Got the Mickey Cup, as usual.
All right. Hiroko in the house.
I think Kuroku will probably be in. Haven't seen him yet.
He goes down.
What's up, Nick?
Hiroku goes down tonight.
Shardall Otani to sign with.
Hiroku went down tonight by 1 point.
Woof, I know. How about that Browning kid, huh? Woo!
Yeah. Hey,
Woo!
man. Northern California guy.
Yep.
Hey, what did I do with my phone here? Let me see.
MF is listening to us at the gym on the
Who is
elliptical.
MF?
Yeah, listening to us on the gym on the elliptical.
Let's see. How did MF do? Did he hold on tonight or did
He held on? I think he did it.
Let me
And
look.
just for that, hey, I'm guessing. No, you probably got your earpods on, so it ain't gonna be. Do you remember?
Oh, he did hold on. You know that penalty. There was a deep, long pass to Ridley that it was about a 40-yard pass. That would have been a 5-pointer, and that would have probably ended MF's season.
So he's still in the fight.
But he's in the fight. Now we've got a dog fight. How many teams? Let me see. Ryan lost. Who else was?
Cameron, I think, lost. Right?
Well, Cameron won. He
won by 1 point. That's
beat
right.
Hiroku by 1 point. We're talking fantasy football, everybody. NorCal Sports Network Fantasy Football League. We're going to get to the Giants here tonight. Breaking news.
Breaking news. The only thing that's
can we get the breaking news music?
Breaking is this. That's what's breaking on NorCal Sports Network concerning Giants right now.
Can we get the breaking news sound going?
Oh, breaking news. Okay, here we go.
Like Walter Cronkite here.
The president is now 1:38 p.m. and the president is dead.
All right, breaking news here at just before 9 p.m. California time. This just in. The Giants have just done nothing.
No, G. Martin, nothing is happening. Remember, man, we got him that one time. Remember when I got that Shohei Ohtani slide up there during the trade deadline?
You know what? We gotta put this out on Twitter here. Hold on here. Let me make a tweet here. Forgot to put the
Hey, what's up, Jim? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you.
Let me put
everyone in the chat, the 53 of you, make sure you guys go subscribe to the Jim on Base show. The guy has some amazing interviews. Go check it out.
Jim's in here?
Yeah, he's in here.
All right. Hey, we do have some breaking news. We can't say it is confirmed. I'll just tell you we're going to have a special interview Wednesday night.
Yeah, make sure you guys are here. 8:30 p.m.
You're not going to want to miss it. 8:30. We'll just give you a hint and just tell you it's a current Major League ball player. Okay.
Yep. Current Major League ball player.
Will be with us live at 8:30.
Right here on the NorCal Sports Network.
Yeah. And you're going to want to tune in. You're definitely going to want to tune in. You're going to want to tell your friends. This will be a fun night on NorCal Sports Network. And that is some breaking news. And hopefully by that time, we'll have some news with some signings. I got to believe, hey, I can tell you this. By Wednesday night at 8:30, I don't know if the Giants will be involved, but there will be some big things happening at the major league winter meetings.
Oh, definitely. Yep. Something's going to be happening. Ohtani and Yamamoto may not sign by the time the winter meetings is done.
Who knows? But if they do with the Giants, or anything else happens with the Giants that's significant, we're not going to have a breaking story in the middle of the day if the Giants sign, Kevin Kiermaier or Jack Flaherty.
AJ Pollock. Oh, man.
Yeah, what the heck was that? MF says, are we laughing at this?
I like that, MF. That's good.
Because there are no cards. I put that out on Twitter tonight. What the heck? The guy can barely walk, and you got. I mean, it's not like he's playing at a away game. You're at home. You're star quarterback. Why don't we just make him just agonize as he takes every little tiny step? Where's the cart?
Oh, man.
Gosh, come on, Jacksonville. You got to do better than that. I mean,
walking to the hospital.
We said, where's the cart? Not the. Come on, cart. CAT cart. Not cart. Come on, Jacksonville. Get the cart for your star player. Gosh.
Hey, what's up, Robert? Don't make me yell, man. Don't make me yell, please. It's a new beginning for the set. We hope so. We hope there is a new beginning.
Yoshi Tsugo? Did the Giants sign Yoshi?
Yeah, they did. They
today?
No. Well, I thought they've already did.
I heard they were talking about it.
Yeah, there was some news today about it. I can't remember what it was.
Wait a minute. Let me do a backflip.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Back, man. I had some prolotherapy done.
Dom would have carried Lawrence.
All right, I gotta take this off. I don't like being hot. Hold on. Should I take it off and show my Speedo as Brett?
No, let's not.
That's not going to happen, okay?
Please.
It's not going to happen in this lifetime.
It's funny. I was in our little phone conversation with a few of us, and then wouldn't that be something if Gabe Kapler lands Ohtani for the Miami Marlins? Could you imagine? Oh my God!
What was that, Eric? I missed it.
What if Gabe Kapler is able to sign Ohtani for the Miami Marlins? That would be ridiculous.
That would be absolutely hilarious. I was looking to play with Gabe all along, and when he moved, I was just hoping he'd get a job, and I made Miami hire him so I could. All right, so let me. What was I going to do? I was looking something up.
We were talking about Tsugo and.
Oh yeah, I was looking. Did you send me the thumbnail? How come I'm not finding it?
You know what? I don't think I freaking did. Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, I got to make a tweet.
Yeah.
We're live. I was looking for that the last few minutes.
I forgot all about that. There we go. Boom, boom. Where the hell did I put it? I got so many of these damn things, man.
Oh, you don't delete them out in your email?
I keep some of them, and every so often I'll go through it and remove some. But some of them are just too good to get rid of.
Gabe Kapler lands Ohtani Judge in his first off season. Jeez, wouldn't that be something?
God. Oh, what do we got in here? Robert says, do you think there's fan and media pressure for Farhan to sign free agents? Yep.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
Well, I don't know it's about media pressure because the media around here has no pressure. But yeah, fan pressure. Absolutely. We'll see.
All right, let me go ahead and carry for a little bit while I make this.
Sure, no problem. Seniors following the Kings game. Looks like they're down by 5 with 9 minutes to go against the Pelicans. Yeah, 14 more subs. We're close. We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here. Well, I shouldn't say. Well, as far as hitting 1,000. Yeah, more kind of we were talking about that yesterday. Yeah, I think Posey being involved in this is a plus. Absolutely. Because he's involved as part of the ownership group, not just as a player. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he pulls some weight as a player. But when you're a part of the ownership group and you got the clout of being a Hall of Fame catcher, yeah, that's gonna carry some weight here in these negotiations. Much more so than just, I mean, what kind of what type of enthusiasm is Farhan and Pete Petulia gonna bring when they're sitting, with negotiation? I don't know about that. I think, yeah, let's have Posey in there. Absolutely. Sawyer, haven't seen you in here before. Welcome. It says, is it just me, or does it seem like high-profile reporters refuse to name the Giants as an option for Ohtani? No, I think Morrissey and Heyman, they kind of been talking about the Giants. And I think a lot of it's just speculation because there's kind of a communication blackout as far as what the teams are doing and what the players are doing. So all there is right now is a bunch of speculation. Maiko says, feels like Yamamoto will be the first chip to fall, and the Giants probably need to make significant trade to lure Ohtani. I agree. Get cooking. I don't know if he'd be the first because he's not going to beat teams until this week. He's meeting teams this week, so I don't know if any decision will be made by the time the winter meetings is concluded. So we'll see what happens. But yes, I think the Giants need to get to work. They need whether they sign Ohtani or not, they need to go out there and sign guys. They can't do what they did last year and just put all their eggs in the Judge basket and then lose out on everything. Let's not do that. Sawyer says, I watch MLB Network all day, hardly anything on the Giants. Yep, true. Yeah, maybe that's a reason. I like that, to be honest with you. I kind of like that. I'd rather not hear about the Giants right now and just let them do what they got to do. And then, if there's something to announce, then announce. I don't want to hear the hype. Heard enough of the hype from last year. I don't want to get burnt again on that.
Yes. Keep it quiet. Keep a low profile. And, there's somebody that put out something I saw that said that Ohtani, the report that Ohtani was at Oracle Park, that may upset Ohtani,
whatever
people. You know what? I don't know. Hey, that would be if that was the reason he said if that would be great. He comes and says, I was going to sign with the Giants, but it got out. So,
but you know what? You know who's reporting it? It's not the teams reporting it.
Right.
It's reporters. And that's what the reporters are supposed to do.
Yeah, that's their jobs.
That's their job. They're going to report it. Long as the team isn't putting anything out there, then they shouldn't break any quote unquote rules that Ohtani has said.
Exactly. Is there a limit, Robert says, what you would pay Ohtani?
Yeah, there's got to be, right?
Well, there's a limit, sure. In the Giants situation, I would say anything that starts touching $700 million. I think
$700 million.
Yeah, I think 600 to 650. If it costs that, it would still be worth it. Here, let me tell you how financially it makes sense for the Giants. I've already laid this out in the past, right? When it was at $600 million, I said if you took 15,000 season ticket holders at an average price of $6,000 a ticket, and you added 15,000 new tickets, that's what is 15,000? Is that 90 million right there?
Oh God, you did that before. I can't remember.
Hold on, we'll do it right now. 15,000 times what did I say?
What was
6,
it?
15,000.
Yeah, 6.
That's 90 million. There you go. He's paid for. That doesn't include concessions.
No.
That's
just tickets.
That doesn't include merchandise. Let's say it's only 10,000. Okay? 15,000 or 10,000, that's 60 million. There you go. 60 million. Doesn't include concessions and tickets. He's the sole responsibility that you brought him in. Now, if you take in my idea of changing the dimensions of the ballpark, and you brought in Triples Alley 30 feet from 415 to 385, and you rounded that whole thing off where the deepest part of the field was 385. It was like in a shorter, small, shorter fence, 7-8 feet tall. Now you've got those seats there that are 24 feet up. How many seats could you in that whole area? I bet you can get, I'm not looking at it and I haven't counted, but I bet you can get 1,500 to 2,000 seats more. Some grandstands type.
Yep.
Remember old Candlestick Park? They had the seats in right field that pulled out for the football game.
Right. Yeah.
You could build whatever.
Yeah.
You
don't have to be retractable. Yeah.
You can put. You don't have to be retractable. But
right.
what my point is you can put lower seats below the deck that's up there, and have those right coming up to the fence. Imagine fans like right at the fence, just like they are in left field. And we see it in all these ballparks where fans can reach over, and now you think. With Ohtani out there, you think those 1,500 seats are going to be sold every week, every night?
Yeah, they will every night.
Okay, so that's 1,500.
There's no doubt that he will bring. Yeah, he will bring fans.
So let's say you just put $1,500, and let's say those tickets were $40 a ticket times 40. That's 60,000 a night times 80. There's another 5 million. Okay.
Yeah.
There's ways to. If you think outside the box,
right,
which I've done my whole life, being self-employed, why can't these Giants people think outside the box?
Yeah, I mean, you got a point there. There are ways to make money to offset the huge price tag. And I saw this too, YouTube. I saw the tweet from Slusser. This is maybe about an hour ago. Giants may be pivoting to another power left-handed bat from Ohtani. Who would be another?
That'd be Bellinger.
Yep. And
you
any other one would be a trade. Any other? Oh, how about Rowdy Tellez?
Yeah.
He's a power left-handed bat. He's got a hell of a boiler too. But seriously though, the guy can swing the bat. But yeah, that we don't need that right now on this team.
I'm just looking here to see.
Sell $1 million Ohtani jersey, $150 million a pop, or $150 a pop, and it's $150 million.
I mean, yeah. So Susan Slusser suggests. Oh wait, Susan, I thought the buzz was, or was that Yamamoto? Was that the Yamamoto buzz, or was that the Ohtani buzz?
Soto was another lefty bat. Man, I don't like that. I really don't want the Soto thing. It would be exciting. But the guy, his agents have already come out and said that guy's going to hit free agency.
Right.
So why give up a bunch of prospects when you know he's going to be here for just 1 year and then gone?
That's my point too. Exactly.
Yep. Now, if he had control, it's a different story. Like a Rosarena, how about you trade for a Rosarena? Go do that. Trade for a Rosarena. I kind of like what Bora was talking about yesterday. Trade for Glasnow and a Rosarena. I don't know if the Giants quite have the depth in the farm to do that. You think they could get both of those done?
A Rosarena and who?
Glasnow.
Oh, they have the ability to do it.
You think so?
Yeah,
maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit those two guys for trades, and then sign Yamamoto, Hoskins. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, if you can't get Ohtani, get Bellinger. You be even without Ohtani. I mean, now we're working with something. Maybe now you can battle for third place in the National League West instead of fourth. It's gonna be an uphill climb to try to do anything in this division, because Arizona, Padres, they're a question mark. They still got a good team, so the Giants still could finish third in the league or in the NL West, but God, you're gonna have to do much more than that.
Yeah. I was just reading some injuries for the Niners that they suffered yesterday. Quite a few little
dingers.
Yeah. guys could miss a game here or there.
Real quick, Robert. Only signing Ohtani? Will they make a contender? No. And that would be a huge mistake.
I don't
We've
expect.
already talked about that.
I really
We've been
don't
on record.
expect Ohtani to choose the Giants. I mean, at
I
this
don't think
point-
so either. Honestly, I don't. They may have, like I said, I think they may have the highest offer, but I don't know if he's. I have my doubts.
Yeah. I'm expecting any day to say the Dodgers. I hear the Dodgers really want to go after Yamamoto though.
Yeah. The only good news I've heard with Yamamoto is the Giants have been on him for a couple of years. I don't know if that gives them a leg up. But gosh, the problem is if Farhan had done his damn job these last 5 years and have made the team a little bit better every year, then you're more incentivized to come other than just money. Hey, you got a winning team.
Right.
But you don't even have that. And that's the yeah.
If the Giants if they literally strike out this offseason, I mean, why would you continue with Farhan?
That's exactly. I agree.
I mean,
you got to go. You have to move on.
You say like, hey, the guy's got talent, but we just can't make him our front man.
Yeah,
we got to put him in the back area where he can excel.
Exactly. Yeah. Dan showed us the Instagram story about buying a Marlins hat. He made it like it was some big thing. Come on. Hey, where's your baseball hats? You walk in there, you can see where the hell the baseball hats are. Look, you got a big wall for them. Where's your
where's the Marlins hats?
Where's the Marlins hat? Can you point me? Even though I'm the assistant GM, I don't know where the hell your Marlins hats are. I have no idea what their logo looks like. I know what a raw burger looks like. Those are tasty. Balance the smoke. Go toe to toe with anything. But where the hell is your Marlins hat? Come on, man. Oh, here it comes.
How you doing today? Hey, where are the Marlins hats?
Here they are, right there. Look, they're right there.
Come on, hey, this is Narco Kapler. Narco Kapler.
No all black, huh?
Not have all black anymore.
I appreciate you.
Sold out. Everybody likes black.
I have to go with the classic then. Appreciate you.
Look at that guy.
Is this guy the clown?
So tell me this. So who is holding the phone as he's walking away and giving his thumbs up to? He gave his phone to someone. Hey, man, feel me turning around with this freaking badass Marlins hat. You get out of here, man. Come on.
This guy is so full of himself.
Come on.
I mean, what the heck? Who does this stuff?
I don't know. I'm over here eating some food. I got some dirty hands. I've heard.
I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. Went and dropped the deuce in the toilet. Forgot to wash my hands over here eating his burger. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on. God, I'm glad that guy's gone. Woo. Seriously. Oh, I'll fight Kapler right now. Oh, geez. Come on, just get over it. How do you sneak in the gun you use to shoot this? Yes, agreed. I wish Farhan went with him, man. Gosh, dang it, man. I really do. I mean, now I said it. I said it when it happened. Farhan is the damn disease, and Kapler was just a symptom. But they didn't want. They got rid of the symptom.
Hey, yeah. Can you show me where the Rangers hats are? I'm the new manager. Oh, hey, you don't have any of the all blue ones, do you? No, just the red. Well, let me try that on. You got anything bigger? You got like an 8.5? Hey, let's go Rangers. I'm the new manager.
Oh man.
What a clown.
I know.
Tell me anybody in sports that films that stuff and does that stuff.
Nobody.
And who
Nobody.
buys their own Marlins hat if you're the freaking...
You're the GM. Why are you buying the damn thing? You dumbass. You got one in your office.
It's
All
all
of
for
them.
show. It's all for show, man. It's all about him. Marlins are going to regret that hire.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe he's the assistant general manager to, food reviews. I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
Hiroku, this is the problem. We kind of talked about this. What is the percentage that Posey actually has in the ownership? Probably isn't much. And you got a board of directors. So you got 7 people that got to vote on whatever needs to happen. So it's not like he can arbitrarily, be a king and say, it is so. And unfortunately for the San Francisco Giants, it's not how it works. So that's just the way it is. Now, I think he's the representative for the ownership group in these negotiations. So I'm pretty sure he's got his quote unquote marching orders as far as what they can and cannot spend. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, he can't get rid of Farhan on his own. Impossible. Because if he's making the money, that's where it's going to come down to. We've talked about this. If the ownership is only worried about making money and not really putting together a team, they're going to like Farhan because he the last 2 years. Well, you know what? They haven't come out how much money they made this year or for 2023. I don't know what that was, but 2022 they made 75 million, something like that.
Does anybody know where Gabe is?
Huh?
Where's Gabe?
We have a spotting of Gabe anywhere?
Oh no! I knew it. Here it comes. What the hell is this? Swimming with the Marlins.
Hey, Gabe. I'm looking to balance the smoke down here. This place. Hey. Come on, I'm here, everybody. I'm a full-fledged Marlin. I switched myself into a Marlin. I want to
I transformed into a Marlin.
I want to get close with my new team.
Oh man!
Balance the sushi, as Mark Cactus says. Nobody spear me down here, all right? I'm just a friendly Marlin.
There we go.
Robert's asking, did Farhan improve the Dodger team? He was part of the Dodger team when they were changing, but I think he was also answering to Andrew Friedman, and we think maybe he was probably the guy that was pulling the strings more so than Farhan. Because basically, Farhan with the Dodger organization is the same as Pete Petulia is for the Giants.
Yeah, he was not the GM.
It was a title. GM at that time was a title. It wasn't
exactly. At least they gave Kapler the title as assistant. They didn't give him the full GM title. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He's assistant GM to the president of baseball ops.
Yes.
So it means he's just a glorified. What do they call that? What do they call that when you're?
It's a
journey, not a journeyman, but a. Is it the journeyman when you're first starting out as a union, like a plumber? Or,
something like that, right?
No, apprentice.
Apprentice.
Yeah, Gabe's an apprentice.
That's what he is.
Yeah, he's an apprentice.
And imagine what that must feel like to people like Ned Coletti, who had the title of GM, and that was something, that it meant something, being a GM. Now they've relegated that name into something less than, because now you want to make something. Now you want to make.
I mean, let's be honest though. Not all assistant GMs are created equal. Ned was a guy that was negotiating Barry Bonds contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
And
right.
Was in on trades and was basically doing everything
Even though his title was assistant GM to Brian Sabian, he was hand in hand with Brian.
They did everything together. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
it was a partnership. That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I don't know anything too much about Pete Putul. He's a nice guy. He seems like a really nice guy, and I can't say exactly what he does. Maybe we'll try and get him on here. He doesn't seem like a overpowering type A personality. He seems more of a low key guy, but sure he knows baseball and did a lot for Houston, evidently, with their minor league system. Maybe he helped get a lot of these young Giants up to the majors last year by
it's possible.
Pushing Farhan to push these guys quicker than waiting for them to, Farhan's whole thing was, well, they got to master AAA first, or whatever. And sometimes not everybody does that. But,
hey, I tell you what, chat, tell all your friends, your neighbors, whoever it may be, right now, KNBR does not have a 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. show.
Yeah, we're it right now.
Tell everyone if you guys want to get some great sports conversation, Giants, Niners, Warriors, tell them to come here, NorCal Sports Network. We'll fill that void. We have fun on here. We have a lot of fun on here. We kind of know what we're talking about. Sometimes we get some guests, but yeah, hey, tell everyone to come to the NorCal Sports Network.
Yep, come here, and Wednesday night we will have at 8:30 live right here on the NorCal Sports Network. We got a special player you're not going to want to miss.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I'm not going to announce it yet because we're just not. So,
that's something that we'll do. If we hit 1,000 here soon, we'll have to do a fan appreciation show. Don't know what the hell that would consist of. I just thought of it right now.
We got to do a meet and greet at Pig and a Pickle. Oh, wait. Larry's doing one on the 17th.
Oh, is he really?
I think he is. The 17th. Is that a Sunday? I think they're going to watch the Niner game. Niners, Arizona.
Are they really? No kidding.
In Corte Madera.
Is that where they're going? Man, that would be pretty damn cool.
Hold on here. Let me look at the calendar. It is this. Wait, I'm in the wrong month. Yeah, 17th. I think at 12 o'clock. Who said that? I'm only watching this live stream to be.
It was Robert. He goes, I'm only watching this live stream to be yelled at.
Yeah, if you guys want to go check out Larry's deal, Pig and a Pickle.
Man, I might have to go down there. God,
12:30.
Though, my gosh,
I'm gonna watch the Niners Arizona Cardinals game. The whole Krug family will be there. I understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Pig and a Pickle. Best barbecue, and
that's cool.
What's the saying in all of Northern California or the Bay?
I think it's all in Northern California, right?
Yeah. Hey, we get them as a sponsor here too. NorCal.
I wouldn't mind Brebbia coming back. I think I don't know if he's a free agent or not. He did well, even in a role that he wasn't used to do. An opener, he was something as an opener. But he's got a good arm.
Did you see him give us a promo on the without the beard in spring training?
Oh wait, yeah. Matter of fact,
do we have that?
We got it. We got it. 1 second.
John Brebbia, before he started growing the beard out.
Exactly. Val saying we should do a call-in show every week. We usually put the link out there at least every so often.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, I'm John Brebbia. Open up those ears and listen to Dan on the NorCal Sports Network.
There we go, John. Thank you, John.
That was awesome.
Ryan
that was an awesome interview, by the way.
Ryan and I had a great interview with.
Yes, that was awesome.
He was hilarious. Yeah.
A morning show with my morning call. Oh my God. I don't know if I could do that. I ain't waking up at no damn 6 a.m.
What morning show? Where we got
Clef Martinez.
What did he say?
He says
NorCal
NorCal Sports Network needs a morning show.
for my morning commute. Yeah, getting Eric and I up at 6 in the morning when we're
Ain't happening.
when we're awake at 2 in the morning isn't
I know, man.
likely to happen.
I know, dude. Oh my God, that's just the way it is. I mean, it's just how I'm wired.
Yeah, me too. I had a little nap tonight, man, during the Bengals game.
Yeah, Eric giving me hell. Bub gave me hell earlier too. God, I'm never gonna live that one down. Oh, Tony's going back to the Angels. Oh, damn.
Oh,
that was
man.
2017. That was so bad.
Yeah. I wish we could be on with some breaking news. Come on, man. Give us some breaking news. You know what? I'm not eating anything or drinking anything till the Giants sign
What do you
Ohtani
want?
and Yamamoto.
You're fasting?
I'm staying here. Live. You guys can just watch me nod off.
Oh, last night, dude, I was dying when I did that buzzer on my show.
I fell asleep with my Apple AirPods in my ear, and all of a sudden, this. Oh man, yeah. Watch me just start drooling, dying here. I'm starving. Hey man, as much as I've ridden the Giants, they'd probably let me die.
Oh man, we ain't happy, or we're not sad he's gone.
Yeah, get rid of that clown ripping us. That serves him right. Although I did say you would finish in 4th place I said with a month to go, the Padres are going to catch you.
Yep. Now the big news today, there really wasn't a whole lot of big news.
There's been no news. This is like a
For
snore
nobody.
fest. This is Monday night, and
speaking of snore, you know how you know this is? I was listening to KMBR most of this afternoon because I was running around town doing different stuff. It was all football, and I understand that. It's all football, 49ers on KMBR and pretty college football and 49ers. That was it. There is no mention of baseball whatsoever. Maybe they don't want to fall in that whole situation from last year. That could be it. I can't blame them. But gosh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just not a whole lot going on.
Heyman reported 3 hours ago, Glasnow, Cease, Burns, Arozarena, and a half dozen more on the block from Burns isn't really totally on. Okay.
I saw that tweet. Who was it? Was it Tom Verducci talking? Saying that the Dodgers may try to go Ohtani, Burns, and Arozarena?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I sent you guys that. Or I put that out on Twitter. Reposted it.
Man, you can't let that
happen. Dave Roberts says it's pretty safe to say that Mookie Betts is going to be our everyday second
baseman. Yeah. You know what that means? They're going for an outfielder. And who is that going to be?
Who is that going to be?
I wonder.
Arozarena?
Maybe. Could be Ohtani too, because he plays
Ohtani doesn't play outfield much.
Not much, yeah, but maybe they decide to. Who knows?
He's playing there next year.
Bring back Bellinger.
They could. I mean, if I'm Cody, that's not a bad way to go.
No,
Come back
it's not.
You didn't pay me. You cut me. Now you're going to have to pay me $250. It's kind of like Aaron Judge. You offered me this contract, and I turned it down because you wouldn't meet my price. Now you're going to pay a lot more.
Okay. I tell you what now. I know there's some of you out there in the chat don't want to play Ohtani $500-600 million. Are you guys comfortable with paying up to $300 million for someone who goes out every 5th day?
Yeah, Yamamoto. That's what it's going to be close to 300 now.
Are you guys comfortable with signing Yamamoto to $300 million?
When you just paid Webb, what'd you pay Webb?
100, just over 100.
Yeah. So is Webb a third of the pitcher of
yeah,
Yamamoto?
I don't know. So tell me, chat, what do you guys think? Would you pay $300 million for Yamamoto? Because that's where it could go.
Shoot, man. I like the plan of Rodriguez is at the winter meetings, meeting with teams. I read. I like the plan. Just go spend all that money on spend the money on Montgomery, Stroman, and Rodriguez. Go get 3 starting pitchers for $500 million.
Stroman's a little bit he's a little bit longer in the tooth. So I would rather go a Rodriguez, and I don't know who else. Hold on one second.
Montgomery. There's, I don't know. Yamamoto, 25 years old. One of the things I worry about Yamamoto is this. He's 25. He's had great success. He's been pitching, though, for 7 years in the JPL. Whatever they call it. Is that what they call it? The JPL? Japan League or whatever it is? You're muted.
Nippon Baseball. All
right.
Is it whatever?
NPL? Okay. One of the concerns I have
MPB,
is how long is he going to hold up? I mean, he's been pitching for 7 years.
Yeah.
Is he going to, and his frame isn't super big, right?
Lincecum-ish. He's kind of Lincecum-ish. Larry talked about that, yeah.
Is he going to hold up past, 5 more years, or is he going to, I don't know. That's a lot of years to pitch at that stature with that velocity.
I don't know. They showed a video of his regimen. He's he stays pretty limber, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, hopefully, you know what? Hey, the one thing you can't have as a Giants fan is you can't let the Dodgers get both Ohtani and Yamamoto. You got to get one or the other if they get.
You have to, right?
Yeah, otherwise.
But that means you're going to spend $300 million.
I don't think money's.
I agree with Aaron. I don't know if Yamamoto will move the needle.
I don't even know if he moves the needle with the seats. I think he does every 5th day.
Yeah,
but he doesn't do it every day.
Every day, exactly.
You got a 9-game homestand. Maybe he gets two games out of 9, right?
What's up, Nick?
You got a 6-game homestand. You maybe get him once, twice at the most.
That's exactly. And you're paying $300. That's a lot of damn money.
If your goal is to win, go. Have a guy like him and build your team up. But this is going to be a.
Would you think that it's the position players that need to be focused on rather than? And don't get me wrong, pitching you need it, but Giants are pretty set, sort of with pitching. They need a lineup because right now the lineup is pretty damn.
Well, the only thing I can think of with the Giants, and this goes to D-Shot's
what's up, Rob?
Question: how competitive will they be? The Giants are not getting Ohtani unless they already have other deals in place. Ohtani's not signing with this club without the Giants making not promises, because we know how good promises are, right?
Right.
With
if they actually make moves.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make moves. This is why I just, the other thing though that makes me think is, I was talking to Larry about this earlier tonight. The fact that he came to Oracle Park, why would you do that if you weren't interested?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you just talk on the phone? Everybody knows it's private conversations. And
what's unique is all the reporting prior to this last weekend was all the select teams that were interested in Ohtani had to go to LA and meet with him. In other words, remember they were talking about how it was in 2017, but hearing the reports that he actually came to Oracle Park, it kind of puts a wrinkle in that thought.
The only thought is if he's taken a page out of Judge's book and saw how Judge has gotten seen, and hey, Maybe
you know what?
maybe my people will put this out that we, and
Mm,
now that drives up the price for where he really wants, which is L.A.
mm,
You know,
mm.
I mean, hey,
You never know.
you never know. I mean,
I
he
mean, that
could
would
have
be the
been like,
smart play, to be honest with you.
I want to see your ballpark. I've only played there once, one series. I want to come up. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And he comes up and it gets leaked by his people. And then LA knows, oh gosh, he's visited. He hasn't visited the Dodgers. He only met with us in the hotel,
Yeah.
Shoot. I don't know how these things work. This is such a,
You got to get in the mind of the player, and that's really difficult, if
Yeah.
not impossible.
yeah, and Ohtani wants a 6-man rotation. True. Roku says, yeah, that's very clear. And the Giants can do that. I mean,
Giants could do that. That's not like
I mean,
impossible.
yeah, Giants can do that with ease. I mean, Giants could put out a 20-man rotation. They start everybody.
Oh, hold up. 7 minutes ago, Ken Rosenthal, Shohei Ohtani, Blue Jays, believed to have met Monday at team's Florida complex.
So he's
Here, I'll
making
show you
moves.
this.
He's making moves at different places.
So he's traveling, which I think you should. There it is right there.
Team's Florida complex. Interesting.
He didn't go to Canada.
Probably too much to get into Canada.
Maybe.
I mean, as far as, you got to go through customs and you got to be seen and
interesting. And that's 7 minutes ago. So I
Hey,
guess
guys.
we could take out that whole going to Oracle Park meant something, because it sounds
Yeah.
like he's doing that with everybody.
Yeah. Jim third kill.
Hey, what's up, Jim? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back.
Jim. Yeah. Hey, Jim, we've been saying, I said it months ago. I put it out on a tweet. It looks like to me it's going to be a Chapman, Kiermaier, and Flaherty type of deal. And Farhan will say we improved our pitching and our defense up the middle and on the corners, and we got ourselves a Gold Glover and a guy who plays every day, and we met our objectives, and we're very, very happy with this group in this offseason, and we feel like we are now a contender, and we're not done yet.
Supposedly Cubs are interested in Matt Chapman. Go ahead, take him. I don't want to come in here.
Trevor Lawrence, I don't know what that ankle. I don't know if you saw
They
that.
just said initial testing shows that he sprained his right ankle.
That didn't look like that looked like a bad sprain. It looked like a break almost. I wonder if it was a high ankle sprain. The way he got landed on it, I'd be shocked if he plays next week. But hopefully he gets well, because the Jags can use him, and the Jags losing tonight makes the AFC West. I mean AFC South very interesting. Now Houston's only one back at 7-5. Jags go from the number 1 seed in the AFC to either 2 or 3. I don't. Now you've got Kansas City and Jacksonville tied at 8-4. Miami 9-3, along with Baltimore 9-3. So it's going to be interesting. This whole thing, baseball is so different than free agency than the NBA and the NFL. I mean, the NFL, man, it's like, boom, you got guys signing right at stroke of midnight as soon as they can. Same with the NBA. Oh, midnight, it's open. Boom. Oh, yeah, Kevin Durant just signed with so-and-so. And, stars moving, just boom, boom. They're in free agency, NFL, boom. But
speaking of booming, man, I got 102 people in the chat. Appreciate you guys showing the support. Awesome. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Yeah, hit that subscribe
button.
Like. Hit the like, subscribe. Come on. We were at 989, then we backed off to 986.
Now we're at 991.
$9.91. Okay.
We're getting there.
Keep subscribing. We want to get to 1,000 and then grow from there.
What's up, Will? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back.
Yeah, NFL has legal tampering, which is great. Yeah. Yeah, these winter meetings, I mean, I've been there. There is it's just a lot of mingling and people walking around the lobbies. And, I walked the entire Hyatt lobby. Didn't have my credentials at the time. Otherwise, I could have got into the meetings. But it's nice, but there's nothing really happening. But there did become a buzz last year. It was weird. All of a sudden, the crowd just started getting louder and louder and louder, and everybody's walking around, and Heyman's walking through the boot, around, and he's like, he reports that thing about arson judge.
Arson judge.
Let me look at the keyboard. How do you get to arson out of air? Was that had to be intentional? Wait, let me look at my phone and see what that looks like.
I don't even know how you do that.
AA. That had to be intentional. Because look at your keyboards, everybody.
Yeah, I know.
When you hit the thumb on your phone, you're constantly, but to hit arson, ARS, AARON.
Here we go. Hey, here's something interesting. You know how they've been talking about for years, the 3 true outcomes in baseball, right?
Yep.
And what are the 3 true outcomes? The home run, the strikeout, and the walk. Check this out. Let me blow this up a little bit. The highest percentage of plate appearances ending in a home run, walk, or a strikeout, qualified hitters in 2023. Kyle Schwarber leads the way. 53.9%. His plate appearance either ended up in a home run, a walk, or a strikeout.
Wow.
Jake Schwinski, that kid, remember, he hammered 3 home runs against the James Outman, Brent Rooker, Max Muncy, Shohei Ohtani.
A lot of those guys are a lot more strikeouts than walks and
and home runs.
Yeah, home runs.
It should be more like ended in a strikeout, a walk, or a home run.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But interesting is right. Yeah.
Codify. I like those guys.
Yeah. They put out a lot of good stats.
They do.
Nick Cara. Nick, he's been good.
Yeah, Nick's he's a follower, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'd rather just watch guys hit 300. Yeah,
I get it. Yep.
I love guys who can hit 300 and hit the home run like Barry.
Yep.
Not many of those.
Okay, Nick, you got to change your damn profile picture. You got to show all 33 of those bad boys going. Don't show IFT1. IFT2 is where it's at. Come on, let's go.
What is that? What are we looking at?
It's his little avatar. He knows what I'm talking about. It's about the Starship.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Send him to Cooperstown. That's one thing Schwarber did. He hit some bombs, absolutely. But like Nick said, man, I'd rather see someone on the base paths.
Yeah. Jeez. I'm going to get me a snack real quick.
Go for it.
It's almost 11 here.
That's the only spot I would. You got to get it changed, man. Let's see what else we got going on here in the chat. I'll get away from the Twitter, just looking for new information. Bowden, I don't know how you say it. Bowden reported that Yamamoto isn't signing until after the winter meetings. Farhan said on the MLB network that the upper echelon free agents were still in the meeting stages. Yeah, it's been, matter of fact, Dan was talking about that. It's been pretty boring for the winter meetings. I don't think stuff's going to really be breaking until after the meetings have concluded for the big guys. I mean, maybe we'll see a little bit of something. I think you'll see a lot of mid-tier stuff. I don't even know if the trades will get done yet. Trades can go all the way to spring training, so I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see how that works. But yeah, it doesn't really help the game of baseball. I mean, because the game of baseball had kind of an awakening this year with the new rule changes. People are getting more excited in the baseball. Fan attendance was up, biggest since what did they say? Can't remember what year they said, but it was the fan interest was off the charts this year. So you got to keep that up. And if this is how you're going to conduct your off season, they need to take some lessons from the other leagues. Granted, I understand baseball is a little bit different. There's no cap per se. The players have so much more leverage than the owners. I think that's just my interpretation. They have the upper hand in negotiations. So, and of course, because of that, they'll be able to be dragged out. Yeah, I agree. The only thing I liked about the rule changes was the shift, because you saw more hits. Hits weren't taken away as much. Don't get me wrong, they still shift to a certain extent, but it's not that exaggerated stuff. I got tired of seeing that.
Would you like the pitch clock?
In the beginning, I was a little but now I guess pitchers seem to adapt well to it.
Moves the game along. I mean,
it does. I don't like the ghost runner though on these extra innings.
Yeah,
if they want to do it after the 12th inning, I'm all for that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, they really.
Yeah, I agree with that, but the problem is the philosophy of baseball, just like I showed a bit ago, it's the 3 true outcomes, and until that is changed,
Yeah, wasn't that a great ball game? The playoffs in 14, the Giants and the Nationals, 18 innings. Brandon Belt hitting the home run in the top of the 18th. That was awesome. That was nobody was complaining about that. But I guess in playoffs there is no ghost runner. So, all right, let's see what else we got. That's true, Mark. I agree with that. When you're watching on TV, but at the game, there's so much other stuff going on. You're usually talking with a buddy or your significant other you're with, or there's so much going on. You can look around, you're kind of out at the ballpark relaxing. I don't want to go to a ball game, go pay to park, get to the ball game, and the game's over in 2 hours. And I don't like that. No. When I go to a ball game, I want to enjoy the whole event.
Demon D, breaking news. Giants get Arson Judge. Yeah. Trip down memory lane. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, I saw an interesting quote. I'll see if I find it. It was about, there it is. Jim Leland. I love what he had to say here. He said, if you miss, because you saw he got elected to the Hall of Fame. Lou Piniella missed it by 1 vote. But yeah, It was great to see. Yeah, he missed it by 1 vote. That's great to see Jim Leland get in it. But he goes, if you mislead a player, you lose them forever. If you tell them the truth, you lose them for about 24 hours. I like that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I was gonna let me see if I can find something. Speaking of Jim Leland, How about if we play a little?
Just
Can we-
looking to see what we got in here.
Can we play that Jim Leland video?
I guess I put courtesy of MLB, right? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Even though it's out there already on YouTube.
There we go.
You got her up there. Let's see. Let me get that there. Oops. Got to do this. Bada bing, bada boo.
No, Shardo, I'm not doing it. I did it last night. My next show will be on the
December
anniversary
7th.
of Pearl Harbor, December 7th. Oh, this one. Wait, hold on one second. That was someone. I thought you were talking about what I just said. Hold on one second. Could you go back out real quick just to make it more minimized so I know who to credit here?
Oh, you need to.
Yeah, it wasn't MLB Network. Who posted that?
That was posted by
Who is that?
Lens Meat.
I don't think. All right, whatever. Oh my God!
He's only got 697 subscribers. He poached it from somebody else, right?
Look at that!
You see it?
Oh man!
All right, here we go. Let's. This is Jim Leland,
Jim Leland.
inducted into the Hall of Fame today.
Courtesy of Lens Meat.
Don't fuck with me. I'm not fucking with nobody. Don't fuck with me. No. I've had enough of this fucking shit. I'm in it because I'm the fucking manager of this fucking team. That's 5 minutes. You don't want to be here. Get your fucking ass out. I'll go with it. I'm doing it. I don't give I'll get it. Everybody knows that you're fucking pissed off. So let's get the fucking shit over with right fucking now. I don't want to see no more or go home. That's fucking fine. Excuse me, bud. Make sure I do that. I'm fucking I'm fucking serious. I'm not gonna put this fucking shit up.
But I do know one thing. I am the goddamn manager, and I'm going to run this goddamn team.
There you go,
Oh man, hey, Jim Leland.
man.
Did you- Gilbert Gamboa Kapler would have given Barry a foot massage. Oh, geez.
Oh my gosh, who's Jim Leland?
All right, put him in timeout. Somebody put him in. Leonard will be Lens Meat. Is that the kind of name you get for in the army?
Oh my gosh. You work this. What? Oh my God. Oh jeez.
That was what? That was, I don't know what year that was, but
In the 80s for sure, yeah.
yeah. Well, Barry didn't stay with the Pirates.
Nope. Why did I gong you? Who's Jim Leland? Man, dude.
He's a young guy.
Yeah, he's a young guy. He still get gonged.
Why'd you get gonged? You got gonged because you're Chardal.
Oh my gosh. Who?
Oh, you know what? We're sorry about that, Chardal. We shouldn't have gonged you.
Oh man.
Or Chardal, more like a.
Or this one. Oh no, no.
Yep.
Yeah,
There we go. Same
that's
time.
the
Yep.
one. Yep.
Yeah. Or this one.
That one gets me every time, man. That one gets me every time. Oh, oh my gosh. During that damn
He says, I'm very hurt
during
you
that
gonged me. He's very hurt that you gonged me. Hey,
what?
we take back the gong.
We took it back.
We took it back. We gave you,
We gave you the farts.
yeah, or we could just give you your call.
Oh yeah, yep. There you go. Gong doll.
Chardal, we're not
And
not
you know,
laughing.
Jim Leland just didn't he manage the Team USA for the Olympics, right? Just recently.
I think he may have, yeah.
Yeah. I think they won the gold medal.
Yeah. So
Breaking news from John Heyman, something about the Yankees. Let me see what we got here.
John Heyman.
Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing there.
I don't have anything from Heyman.
Not seeing nothing.
John Heyman. Nothing. Let's look up. You know, the guy that usually breaks stuff is passing. There's nothing. There's just nothing.
Yeah, it's really dead. It's strange, man. Even, I mean, not just for the Giants, for the entire league. This is not the way you go about
And
it.
it's not a great year. There's only a handful of players.
Yeah.
You know, position players wise, there's like, I mean, if you let's see here, let's pull up
the trade or the
let's pull up the top free agents and top current MLB.
You know what? Very good, Necron, because I even talked about that before, shortly after the World Series, that the emphasis was going to be put on a lot of trades this year.
Yeah.
So
here we go.
I mean, he had the Seattle and the Atlanta one. That one was pretty decent.
Top free agents rankings. All right. Let's look, see if we can count 5 position players that you would want. Okay, I think there's only 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
There's one, Shohei. The position players. We're not talking pitching.
Correct.
2, Bellinger. He's like the second. And this isn't like a phenom in my view.
Right.
So it's not like a great.
He's going to be good, but not great.
Yeah. We're still moving down. Now we're going on to the 8th player. We're 6 pitchers and 2 position players. JD Martinez, he's not going to move the needle much. Chapman, no. He's basically the 3rd. This is how weak this class is. He's 31, and his offensive production dipped in 21 and 22, though he remained a solid power hitter, 27 home runs in each season while continuing to play. So Chapman's home run total fell to 17 in 23. But his .330 on base percentage was highest since 19, and he finished 4th in the AL with 39 doubles. The third base free agent market is thin this winter, putting Chapman in position to cash in with a nice deal, probably $150 million deal. Okay, Jorge Soler, there's a guy I wouldn't mind. That's 3. Jung-Hoo Lee, I don't know enough about him to
yeah, and it's KBO,
Yeah. We'll see. Lourdes Gurriel, nothing like gets me pumped like, oh my goodness. Teoscar Hernandez, again. Okay, a lot of strikeouts. not a great fielder. Reese Hoskins, 31. I would take him because of his pop. Yeah, that's so. I mean, we're not talking. Look at this. This is not a year of stars.
I'm looking at the ESPN article that Only just put out. All these writers are basically all picking the Dodgers
for Ohtani.
For Ohtani, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that doesn't. I don't know. You could put whatever stock you want into that.
Giants looking to go big at winter meetings. How many times have we heard that?
You hear that?
Oh wait, can we play this interview? Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do. Hold on one second. Let me put
courtesy of MLB Network, right?
Not Lens Meat. Yeah, MLB Network.
Wait, let me see if I can.
There we go.
Hold on. Let's pause this for a second here.
Go for it.
1 second here.
Because I would like to hear what he has to say.
Yeah. 1 sec. I got to grab something. I'll be right back. I got to get something to eat. Not eat, but throw it away. Be right back.
All right, cool. All right, what do we got here? Whit Merrifield, shirt on? No. He's too old. Giants got plenty of those kind of guys. No, thanks. Ray Marquez. Hey, I haven't seen you in here. Welcome. What do you gentlemen think of a 1-year deal for someone like Justin Turner if the team isn't ready to give her? Oh, you know what? I think they get to give. I think Casey has earned a spot to be every day at third base. Why not? Right? Let him go for it. See what you got. You know, I think he started off really good. He kind of regressed a little bit, but then he started finding his way towards the end of the season. So yeah, how about give him a shot at third the whole time? That's what I think. I would love to see them give full time to Casey Schmidt at third base. You know, occasional rest if you have to. Get Luciano at shortstop. He may not finish shortstop. I mean, if you want to upgrade there, it's got to be someone good. Maybe you use Luciano as a trade piece. I don't know. Well, that's something that needs to be kind of figured out with shortstop. Second base, you're good with Estrada. First base, I think you could upgrade with Reese Hoskins. I think that would be a nice upgrade. So, I mean, we'll see. But at third base, I want to see Casey Schmidt. That's what I want to see. I think he's proven that he can play at the MLB level. He just has to, you know, it's a learning. You have to learn it. You got to have your repetitions. You know how baseball is. If you go out there every day, you're going to find your groove. Sometimes it takes people a little bit longer than others. So, yeah, I think you give the run to Casey Schmidt. That's what I think. Let's see. Mark. I'm okay with Lee. See, I don't know about Lee, man. I don't know. I don't know if his bat's going to play. I really don't. Maybe it will. But boy, I'd rather, honestly, Gilbert, why don't we trade for a Rosarena? I've been saying that for a long time. Trade for a Rosarena. I would love to see a Rosarena out in left or right field. I think that would be awesome. Yeah, Ramos. I don't know what's going on. I think Ramos should get some run too, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, he's kind of got the mold of Adolis Garcia. Bader, I don't know. If we're going to trade for a Rosarena. Don't trade for Bader. If the Rays are selling both Glasnow and a Rosarena, I would be in on both. I like what Boris said last night. Try to get both. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Because now you've upgraded your outfield a little bit there. You don't have to worry about a free agent in the outfield. Yeah, that would be awesome. Would they do that? I don't know. Farhan is a poor representative for the Giants. That's why I think Buster Posey is tagging along with Mr. Farhan Zaidi, because I don't trust him being just a part of it either.
Speaking of Farhan, you guys ready to show Farhan?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my God. Will you guys shop at the same place? Come on. Oh my gosh, man.
Wait,
Let
me see if I can make it a little bit more like Farhan here. Hold on.
Oh my God. Oh man, what the hell's going on?
Okay. All right. We're ready.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I think, analytics is an important part of the ball game. I think the teams that are good in analytics are winning. It's a winning formula going forward. We realize that, it can't be all analytics, but we believe in the analytics ball game, and we're looking to do some really great things here in Nashville. And so, you got any questions for me? Are you Am Singer?
So, are you gonna rely on platooning this year here in the upcoming 2024 season?
Well, ideally, we'd love to have 6, 7 everyday ball players, but sometimes there's matchups and platooning is not the ideal way to go, but sometimes you have to do that. But we're looking to really come out of these winter meetings, Eric, with some everyday ball players, and we feel like we're right there.
Okay, good answer. We noticed last year in the during the MLB draft, your first pick was I can't remember his first name, but Eldridge.
Bryce Eldridge.
Right. We understood. We understood that you spent a lot of time recruiting Eldridge. I heard you spent a lot of time at Mrs. Eldridge's dinner table. How was her cooking?
Well, her cooking was fabulous, and I took a lot of flack during those meetings, and a lot of people got on me. My wife's been on me too about I miss when you're traveling and you're trying to get ball players. Sometimes you have to end up doing things that are a little bit different than normal, and I did have to change my diet a little bit. And
okay.
I wasn't planning on changing the diet, but was a little bit forced to do so. And
I lactose intolerant, maybe a little bit.
Well, oh well, whoa. A lot of people got on me though, and my wife's been on me. I've been working out at the gym, but if you think
I think you got a problem. Oh my God, man. I think you got a wardrobe malfunction going on there. Oh man.
So, but I've been working out at the gym, and I'm feeling good. Riding my bicycle over the bridge at times. See, I'm looking a lot more fit now, aren't I?
Yeah, magical. I mean, it happened literally in a matter of 30 seconds. That's fantastic.
That's what Farhan economics is all about. So, but anyway, actually, I'm not really Farhan. I'm his brother.
Oh, okay.
I'm his brother. Yeah, I'm proud of Farhan. He's my younger brother, and really proud of him. And
so you're Danhan.
Yeah, I'm Danhan. Yeah, he's Farhan. We used to call him growing up because we used to like to pick on him. Me and the other guys, we used to say, "Hey, Farthon! Hey, Farthon!"
Oh,
he didn't
man.
like that, and then he'd
Oh, man.
he'd get a little upset with us sometimes, and he would we'd get in trouble with mom, and but he'd get so upset sometimes we'd say, "Hey, Farthon," and then what he would do, and I'm telling you, this is when he was like 9 years old. And he got a little older, and I say, "Hey, Farthon," and he got a little older, but he still cried, but he sounded a little bit not so bad. But I'm really proud of Farhan because he's grown up and he's a fine baseball ops man now. And what do we got here? Creative Mindset says $5. Why are you talking Giants? This is getting old, boring, and repetitive. We want Niners content. They are so much more interesting. Falling asleep listening. Well, thanks for the $5. We appreciate it. Here's our thought on the Niners. We covered the Niners yesterday. We covered them during the week. And there's a lot of guys that do a ton of 49er content. And we believe that our wheelhouse is the Giants. And we really think that there's nobody out there covering the Giants like we are. And so we kind of like go with our bread and butter. But do we cover the Niners? Absolutely. We'll cover the Niners and appreciate that. But let's hear from my younger brother right now. The real Farhan, my brother Farhan Zaidi. Here he is.
Cisco Giants is bringing the president of baseball operations, Farhan Zaidi. Farhan, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here on MLB Tonight. You've already had a press conference talking about the hiring, but I still want to go back and circle back to that decision. At what point during the regular season did you go, man, I'd like to do business with Bob and Melvin again?
Well, it's great to be here with you guys. And I have to say, ever since, I joined the Dodgers after the 2014 season and Bob continued on in Oakland. I mean, I had such a great experience with him that we always thought it would be great to get the chance to work together again. And, as things wound down in San Diego, it looked like they might be open to making a change. And for us, having a guy like Bob, who's a Bay Area guy, 3-time Manager of the Year award winner, and just feel like philosophically we're aligned in so many ways. So we really feel fortunate that San Diego gave us the opportunity to talk to him, and it's been a great start for him with the Giants.
Farhan, Dan O'Dowd, I know that you're too much a professional to admit, but I know you inherited an extremely challenging situation when you took over this job. Franchise was not in a good place. Looking back at it now, I'm just curious. The 107 win season, though I know you would never give that back because it's historic in nature, but did it interfere a little bit with the vision that you had for the organization when you came into it and were working towards, and all of a sudden, pop, you have a season that probably wasn't expected, and it may have derailed a little bit the vision you were trying to put in place, or at least the timetable of that?
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Dan. I mean, obviously, that season, when I took over, the hope was to just get better every year, to move our way towards being a competitive team. We had a lot of accomplished veterans on the team who I felt had a chance to be contributors to a playoff team. you know, we felt like we were going to be on an upward trend up every year and continually improve. And then we got to 2021 where we took such a big jump that the theme almost seemed to be, well, let's just keep this together rather than continue to evolve and improve. So I think in some ways it stalled our development and our progress in some ways, and some of what we thought we'd be doing a few years ago. But again, I think we've got plenty of young players in our system who are going to help us next year. We're in a good spot now, and hopefully we've learned from that experience as well.
Farhan, Yonder Alonso here. Let's talk a little bit of future planning, or I guess near future planning. Let's talk a little bit about the industry of starting pitching and where you guys are at right now. Are you guys looking for just a one ace single starter or multiple starters?
Yeah, I mean, obviously at the top of our rotation, we've got Logan Webb, who's a Cy Young Award finalist, a great leader in our clubhouse and for our pitching staff. You know, the thought of teaming him with a co-ace, somebody to pitch at the top of the rotation. I mean, no team is ever going to feel like they have enough top flight starting pitching. So we're in that market like every other team is. Alex Cobb is a guy who's pitched great for us the last couple of years. He's going to be out at the beginning of the year, but hopefully he'll be back soon. And we've got a bunch of young arms that we think have a chance to help us too. Keaton Wynn and Tristan Beck both pitched well for us in their roles last year, have a chance to fill out our rotation. And we've got some guys we're really excited about in AA and AAA as well. So I think we're going to be more looking at the front end of the starting pitching market than starting pitching depth per se. But, you know, 30 teams right now are looking for starting pitching.
And I want to piggyback on that a little bit too, because we know in the past you guys have been surrounded by top free agents, but yet you guys haven't gotten them over the line. What is that process going to be like, if so, with a guy like Bob Melvin and yourself at the hand?
Yeah, I mean, you know very well that Bob is a player's manager, guys who've played from the past. You know, I've had great experiences. So even in our conversations with agents so far, that's come up time and time again. You know, I think we've got a lot of great things going for us at the San Francisco Giants. We play in a great ballpark. We've got a great ownership. We've got a great fan base. And now we've got a manager that players really want to play for. So hopefully all those things work in our favor. We want to be aggressive. You know, we haven't been to the playoffs for 2 years, which is unacceptable for us. And so we're going to be aggressive. And we think Bob's definitely going to help with that.
Yeah, I know you're going to be aggressive, but are you going to commit to your young shortstop and give him every opportunity to be the everyday player next year?
There we go.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan, Dan. You know, he's had a good winter ball so far. He came up and really held his own in the big leagues. And you know what it's like when you're trying to get a young player over the hump. You've got to be able to live with the ups and downs and power through those and come out the other side with a guy who's got a lot of confidence. And so for us, it's going to be more supporting him with players around him who can carry the load if he goes through his ups and downs himself.
Farhan Zaidi, always informative to chat with you. Best of luck next year with the San Francisco Giants. We'll be talking at the winter meeting.
You're muted again.
At the end there, that was actually the general manager meetings in Scottsdale in November. So I want to try and find. I heard he was interviewed just.
Yeah, earlier today he was on MLB.
Yeah,
wait,
I want to pull that one up.
Was it? Yeah, it was MLB.
Let me see if we. Where can
Hold
we?
on one second. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm gonna look for that interview, guys. See if we can play today's. I first thought that was it. Then as halfway through, I realized that was from Scottsdale last month.
All right. Were you able to find it?
Okay, this one is another one courtesy of MLB. This is the one.
Okay, I'll just keep it up. What's up, Brian?
I just gotta hold on. Let me get this one pulled up.
We're only 5 away from 1,000.
Wow. This is the one that I wanted to play. Yeah. Okay. Is it
I think that's our goal this offseason as well, to look to add some impact that way.
Okay, here we go.
But Farhan Zaidi is standing by, president of baseball operations for the San Francisco Giants.
This is from earlier today.
Manager this year, Gabe Kapler, is out. Bob Melvin is in. They've been essentially a 500 team the last 2 years. You go back 3.
Let me pause that real quick. Did you hear the comment when he said, "Now we've got a manager that players want to play for"? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
That was interesting. Little shot, not a
Yeah,
shot,
that was,
but it
no,
was
that's
kind of a
smart.
shot. Kind of a shot. I mean, he should have known that in the first place when he hired him. But anyway, let's get back to today's interview.
3 seasons, they won that 107 games in that 1 year, 2 years removed. Farhan Zaidi, one of the leading minds in all of baseball. So I'm being pulled across the set. Todd, I'm all right. Farhan, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Great to be here, guys.
So let's dig right into that first. You give us where we've done a bunch of things on you guys as far as where you are with your payroll flexibility, how you have a top 10, top 12 payroll, but you have very few what Dan O'Dowd calls aircraft carriers, meaning you seemingly have a lot of payroll flexibility. How would you assess?
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. We certainly have flexibility to add to the 2024 payroll, but to Dan's point, even looking further out, a year or 2 years out, we have very few contracts on the book, so that gives us flexibility to play in the long-term contract one, where of course you're going to have some really high-end players.
Right. And Mitch Haniger, I think, is the one guy that's making $20 million this year. Last year you had none, yet had a top 10 payroll. That's rare. What is your general view on that, what I'm talking about, payroll flexibility in being able to allocate, here your highest paid guys, it, just tone for the people, as far as having money for what is like, if it's players 20 to 26 or 25 to 40 to pay those players?
Well, payroll flexibility doesn't win games, obviously. The flexibility is good because it gives you the opportunity to add, which is what we feel we're in a good position to do. So we're not scared of those long-term financial commitments. We've certainly played in that part of the market the last couple of off seasons, and I think that's our goal this off season as well, to look to add some impact that way.
Okay, level of aggression then this year, they're a little more aggressive this year off season.
I would say we're right in there the way we've been the last couple of off seasons, and doing a lot of work on that high end of the free agent market. Obviously, you haven't seen a lot of dominoes fall yet, but we're kind of right there.
Okay.
Farhan, speaking to that, from my own past experience,
he sounds uncomfortable with that.
There are certain years where you feel more pressure than other years, and there were certain years I'd come into these meetings and I'd feel pressure. And then you get to the meetings and you have your A plan, your B plan, your C plan, and then you begin to get sticker shock. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't anticipate that was going to cost that. And, and then you begin to, try to develop where you're going to go outside of that. So walk us through, how challenging that is for you to balance that, knowing I know you want a big game hunt, but if that's not there to hunt, how do you navigate yourself through all that?
I think it's a really fair question, and it's a competitive market, and rightfully so. I mean, there's 29 other teams out there looking to improve themselves. So your plan A, you might have the same plan A as 5 or 6 other teams. So you try to evaluate everything in the free agent market, look for fits there, look for players that you think have a sincere interest in coming to your city, coming to your franchise. But I think you got to be creative with trade options as well, because to your point, there's only so many seats at the table in high-end free agency. You want to be aggressive, you put your best foot forward, but you also make sure you have different paths to improving your team.
Farhan, a big reason I know that you're going to take a huge step forward, in not anything against Gabe Kapler, but you just departed with Gabe Kapler, bring in Bob Melvin. I know he brings in Matt Williams, Pat Burrell, some guys that I've been around the game. I don't know if anybody's ever matched analytics with kind of the old school baseball approach than Bob Melvin. Talk us through that decision and how excited you are to work with Bob.
Yeah, I mean, it was, we felt really fortunate to have the opportunity to bring Bob aboard, obviously with the situation in San Diego, and still very thankful to the Padres that they gave us the opportunity to talk to him, that they gave him the opportunity to come home. But I know from my time with the A's, he is the best I've been around in terms of developing relationships with players. Players will run through a wall for him. But at the same time, I think X's and O's wise, he's also, I think, up there. And I think he really syncs well with different front offices in terms of how we see the game, how we ideally are looking for players to be deployed. And he kind of develops line along the same line. So really, I think his ability to be on the same page as different parts of the organization is a huge strength.
Now, Jake brought up analytics. I didn't. But I'll just give you a basic view. Again, you were part of, of the Oakland A's, the legendary Oakland A's early days when you were kind of a mom and pop organization taking on the big shots and doing beautifully. How different is the game now? Again, you're in it, you're running a club. How different is the landscape now?
Yeah, I mean, back when I started with the A's in 2005, I was the analytics department. I think I was the founder and lone member of our analytics department. And now, yeah, teams have armies of people, doing really great work. And I think, sometimes when that term analytics has a negative connotation applied to it, the thing that I find upsetting is it really undermines so many people around the game who are in these jobs, who are so passionate about baseball, who love what they do, who are giving up making more money in other professions to get to be part of this game that we all love. And yeah, I mean, it is totally different. It's a lot more sophisticated. But again, I think the teams that really create the biggest advantage are the ones that find ways to bring that onto the field, whether it's through the coaching staff, through the manager, through the players. Because if it's just, guys kicking ideas around in an office, it doesn't do you any good. So really, the teams that are on the forefront are the ones that can kind of cross those walls and really.
You hear that?
Yeah.
He's defending analytics.
Well,
He's getting a
you know
little
what?
defensive there.
And here's the thing, too, is okay, that's great. You're passionate. Where's the passion for winning? Okay, you have a passion for playing, being part of the MLB. Yeah, that's cool. But how about the passion for winning? That's what I want. Find the best players.
Yeah. This is hogwash what he's saying here, because
he seems very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Do you
because
notice that? If this is how he is-
Ansinger, am I saying that right? Ansinger?
Yeah, Amsinger.
Amsinger. He just I put it out on Twitter just a couple days ago when they said about the trade. Oh, they would have got Judge. They would have platooned him in the 5th inning, and he said this is boring baseball. Remember that? I don't know if you saw that. So I'm sure Farhan heard that, and now he's defending all these workers that give up their livelihood. Hey, who cares about?
I don't care
all
what
these
you gave up.
people. These guys that don't know anything. They love baseball, but they just want to be jock sniffers. They want to get so close to they get a chance to be close to the game because now they can use their computer and analytical skills. How about eye tests, guys? How about the guys that are the scouts that go out there and travel all over the country and go out and find these guys, and then you throw them off the, you get rid of these type of guys. You don't value them as much as you value these guys that just crunch numbers. Come on. Let's get back to the interview here, and I'm just gonna back play this just a hair. Just to hear that crap again.
That term analytics has a negative connotation applied to it. The thing that I find upsetting is it really undermines so many people around the game who are in these jobs, who are so passionate about baseball, who love what they do, who are giving up making more money in other professions to get to be part of this game that we all love. And yeah, I mean, it is totally different. It's a lot more sophisticated. But again, I think the teams that really create the biggest advantage are the ones that find ways to bring that onto the field.
Like fourth place
Staff, through the manager, through the players. Because if it's just, guys kicking ideas around in an office, it doesn't do you any good. So really, the teams that are on the forefront are the ones that can kind of cross those walls and really have it manifest itself on the field of play.
Along those lines, can I follow up here,
Sure.
Dan? Because I'm hogging
It's your
Farhan
show.
here. Once Farhan shows up, it's all over. What went so right when you won 107? Have you been able to process so many things? It's an absurdly high number. It was not expected, and you did it, Farhan, month by month. What went so right?
I think it was just a case of a team where the pieces fit really well. We had great veteran leadership, guys like Buster Posey, Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, who had all had down seasons for a couple of years, came back and had, unbelievable career seasons. And it all kind of crested at the same time. So I think, you can't win 107 games without a lot of things going right. And, the reality is it feels a little bit like the last couple of years, a lot of what went right for us in 21 has kind of gone sideways or even gone downwards for us. So when I look at the last couple of years where we were 500, and last year we were 4 games under 500. I think we were a better team than that. Even looking at last year, we were in a playoff spot with 15, 16 games left in the season. So for us, it's going to be about kind of maintaining that consistency we had in 21 and making sure the pieces continue to fit well, that we have, a group of guys who are playing together, who know their roles. All those things that went well for us in 21 can help us get back there.
Your older guys were great that year, but you also you were more than the sum of your parts, which is kind of the magic that we're always talking about. How to recapture that magic, right?
Yeah, it's a really delicate balance. I'm sure Jake can add his 2 cents on it, but it sort of feels like when you're winning, there's more of a sense of like, I'm happy in my role, the team's winning, and it just feeds on itself in a positive way. You have more sacrifice, you have more putting the team above individual. And when things kind of go sideways, I think it's harder for players who are naturally really competitive to say, well, I know I'm only going to play in this role. I know I'm only going to pitch in this inning. They feel like they can help the team do better, and that's where you get a little bit more conflict. So it's a really delicate balance. I mean, if you have one of those teams where it's the whole's greater than the sum of the parts, it's just a really tight rope to walk, because when things go badly, it can unravel on you.
Well, and you talked about Buster Posey, that being his last year, having that leadership role within the clubhouse to help those guys accept their roles. You got to have some players that go, hey, this is the way we've went about it for a long time. I know Buster, Brandon, and Brandon both did that for you. And also, I've seen a manager slip away from San Diego and go accomplish great things in San Francisco. So good luck with Bo Mel.
Right. No, thanks a lot.
Yeah, Farhan, great seeing you. Thank you so much, and good luck in your shopping.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Get right to it.
All right. And I'm having trouble with my
John Morosi
computer.
joins us
Hold
now.
on here.
John,
Hold on here.
what are you thinking when it comes?
There we go. Oh,
I
this
think
is
we're screwed.
interesting.
I think we're screwed. What's up, Corey? Good to see you in here.
Oh, hold on here. Let me pull this up here. This is on Shohei. Let's Morrissey's talking
Morrissey?
about Shohei. Did you hear that today?
No, didn't hear it.
Let me go back to this. I was having problems here. Let me pull this up.
Greg, John Morosi joins us now. John, what are you thinking when it comes to Shohei Ohtani?
Greg, good evening. We do expect that Shohei will make his decision at some point in the next week. And there is one team that I don't think we've given enough attention to along this process. That is the Atlanta Braves. Now, the Braves have a very complete roster. They don't really need him per se, to the extent that any team certainly would love to have him. But you look at the Braves and why they're so appealing to Shohei Ohtani. They've got a base of young talent signed for what seems like forever. He knows they're going to be a great team from now until the next several years, and that's one of the key reasons why they appeal to him so much. So I'm told right now, Greg, the interest is mutual. The Braves are still active. Interest. They're still part of the conversation. I would not yet put them ahead of the Dodgers. As I said last night, I still look at the Dodgers as being the favorites and will continue to think that way until someone proves me otherwise. But the Braves are part of this conversation, at least I believe, to the extent that the Blue Jays are as well. So I would say Dodgers, Braves, Blue Jays, those are the teams I'm hearing a lot about right now, and we probably can't totally rule out a return to the Angels, even though that probably seems a little bit less likely at this hour.
There are millionaires at every position as it stands now for the Atlanta Braves. They have the financial flexibility to give a historic free agent contract to Shohei Ohtani, you think?
Greg, they do insofar as this is not just a normal usage of your payroll. This is not a contract that you would sign and say, I'm expecting to get a dollar for dollar ROI based on the numbers that he presents. Shohei Ohtani is in a class unto himself because of all that he represents competitively, but yes, marketing, business-wise, and for the brand of your organization overall. He's much more, I think, in some ways, comparable to adding a new stadium to your franchise. I mean, it's that kind of a move where it just changes the very nature of your entire organization. So that's why, is it dollar for dollar in and out? Probably not. But when you look at what he can bring to you as a DH now and then into the future, joining your rotation, where acknowledged the Braves have some needs. So, Greg, it's a possibility that I would actually say, and turn it around to respond to your question, because they're so good, it makes sense to pursue Shohei Ohtani.
I mean, the super team of all super teams, if they get Shohei Ohtani. Let's set the stage for the other free agents that are out there, possible trades. Are you hearing any buzz regarding free agency and moving players via trade?
Well, let's start with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, because it's really interesting, Greg, in that his market overlaps somewhat with Shohei Ohtani, but not entirely. The Dodgers are a principal team involved in Yamamoto as well. They're clearly not going to add both of them. So to that extent, you may see Yamamoto wait another week or 10 days to have a chance to meet with teams in North America about where his future is going to be. I would also mention that two teams who are quite familiar to the winter meetings, the Red Sox and Yankees, who don't seem to be involved in Ohtani, are very much involved in Yamamoto. The Cubs are as well. Bellinger, Cody Bellinger, certainly a former member of the Cubs, is generating a lot of interest. And I would mention that when you look at Bellinger, a day ago, we saw the trade happen late at night with the Seattle Mariners. And when I look at what the Mariners have done by clearing a lot of payroll, Bellinger grew up in the Phoenix area, makes his home there. The Mariners train there. You could see with how good the Mariners are going to be, that the Mariners are an excellent spot for Bellinger to land, especially after clearing that amount of money. And wouldn't you love to see that contrast of the righty bat in Rodriguez and the lefty bat in Bellinger?
Yeah. Giants are sunk.
They would be. In a final
They're not
note,
getting
Pete
anybody.
Alonso, there's been
You got all these teams who are freeing up payroll. You had
believe
Atlanta,
Greg Alonso
Seattle
is moving
Dodgers
anywhere
have reset.
yet. And indeed, I
That already have a
the
star.
chances of an Alonso move at all this offseason remain under 50%. We could see a team, and one team I'm watching a bit there would be the Cubs, because their farm system is so good, and David Stearns would certainly know that Cubs system well from being in the National League Central. So we have to keep that possibility in mind, but not this week. And again, I think it's less than a 50-50 chance that Mark DeRosa's first baseman for Team USA and Pete Alonso is moving anywhere this winter.
Wow. That tells me the Giants are going to come up empty, I think. I don't think they get not Chapman. I don't think they get Ohtani for sure. And I don't think they get Yamamoto, and I don't think they get Bellinger. And I mean, why would you, if you're a player, choose the Giants when you could choose the like you said, the Mariners or I mean, where you got stars to hit behind?
Senior says, so we got to push for trades. I get pushing for trades, but you only can make so many moves. The Giants need much more than what they could trade for at this particular time. If Dodgers land, this is just, I don't know. I'm not big on Snell. There's something, I don't know. Hoskins, yeah. Trade for a Rosarena, yeah, I'm good with that. We need at least 2 or 3, right, in the lineup, at least. Yeah, I know it isn't happening. I agree. It's
yeah. You know how I look at this is trades. It's tough because they don't have a set guiding philosophy. Like certain organizations, like Atlanta has a philosophy, right? And they follow it.
Mm-hmm.
They develop their young guys, they sign them. You're seeing other teams do it. Tampa did it. The one guy, he may be out of baseball, the shortstop, what was his name? The young star at Tampa that.
Wander Franco.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. I mean, Milwaukee's signing Jackson Chourio, or however you say his name.
They extended him.
Yeah. Other teams are starting to do that. That's going to be the model going forward. Okay. Giants haven't been able to get any of those types of players yet. That's what they've got to focus and develop on. if the Giants strike out here in this whole process of major free agents to improve their team, they really ought to look at just saying, you know what, we can't, how long can we continue to do this, try to be competitive with 30-plus-year-olds who are average at best, okay? The Yazes, the Slaters, the Confortos, the Hanigers, they're all average ball players, okay? They don't, they don't move the needle on the upward of above average to me.
Right.
If any of them do, maybe Yaz has that potential, but he's got to stay healthy. Slater's just a guy you put out there, and he does okay against left-handed pitching. He does pretty good, but they don't face that many lefties, and so he's not, whatever. You got to find
and here's
a place. You got to
Dan,
find a place to land on.
Is this team going to be construct? I'm going to ask the chat this as well. Are they going to construct this just to get a wild card? Because there's no way the Giants can compete in the NL West at this point in time, right? They're years away, right?
If the Dodgers land Ohtani, you can just about forget the division for the next 3-4 years.
Yes.
I mean, you just forget it. I mean, the only way they can get there is if some of their young guys developed into stars and the Dodgers aged poorly and had some injuries.
Right.
And that's about it. But
do the Giants, I mean, what, okay, chat, what do the Giants have to do to get past the Arizona Diamondbacks?
What is the goal of a team like the Giants?
What
should the goal be? What should the goal be? The goal should be, if you're a top 5 market, revenue-wise. Top five. You should be World Series or bust every year. I mean,
should be.
I mean, you should be, okay, we got to get into the playoffs first to get to the World Series. But we're going to build a team that is going to get into the playoffs just about every year. It's going to fight for that battle. It's going to be, the goal is we're going to be a 90-win team or better, okay? Because 90 wins get you in.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal has to be to build toward that. And we look at teams like the A's in Kansas City and Pittsburgh right now. Obviously, they're not building.
Their market, right. And their market is where?
They're not playing to get to the World Series. They're hoping they have a year where they can, but they're building their young team. And they're going to try and build their team young and go with that. The Giants strike out every year in free agency. And if they continue to strike out, you've got to develop players enough where other teams want those players so that you can get players and don't trade for guys that have a year left on their deal. Okay. I'm not interested in a Juan Soto coming here unless he's the final piece.
Or a Pete Alonso.
Yeah. I'm not interested in those guys unless they're the final piece to the puzzle. But to bring those guys in and trade away your future to watch those guys walk because guys don't want to stay here, come here. I mean, Bob Melvin's a good asset for the Giants. We heard players like him, okay? I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, the problem is Dodgers, Arizona in the division, even the Padres are above the Giants, have stars already. We go to the other divisions. We looked at this. Every team just about practically has top teams have stars that their people want to play with and
position player wise.
Yeah. So it's very it's exhausting trying to figure out what they're going to do. And to hear Farhan say, well, there's 29 other teams that are trying for no, there's not 29 other teams.
There's not 29
trying for the same other guys. There's like 5.
Right.
It's like 5 to 6 teams that are vying for Ohtani and Yamamoto that are willing to pay that kind of money. And you act like you already act like what you're saying is you're going to, you don't expect to get them because there's 29 other teams with the same plan.
The confidence just oozes out of Farhan, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
and Corey hits it right.
God.
His ideology isn't about having star players. You heard it in his, whole analytical speech about, the good teams use analytics. Well, you're not a good team. What are you saying? That the
You're not even
Braves,
500 this year.
the Rangers, the Dodgers, they all use analytics? Sure, everybody uses analytics, but do they use them to the extent that you rely on them? I mean, everybody uses analytics. It's part of the game. They've been using analytics for years. But you built your whole philosophy on analytics, and you just defended the analytics department over the eye test. Guys giving up where they can make more money to be a part of this game, and you're defending, whatever, the geek squad behind the scenes because, and I'm sure, an analytics department is important, but
it's a part. That's
it's a
the
part.
issue. We've heard it this a million times from Ned. It's all together. It's not like you single out one from the other. You use them together. But that's the problem with Farhan. It seems like it's all analytics and not talent, evaluation.
Yeah.
And you could just see it as his body language and the way he talks. There is no sense of confidence. It really isn't. As a fan of the San Francisco Giants, you watch that and you're just like, golly.
Yeah, and then what is his, he hasn't pulled off a major trade yet. Not one.
Not a major trade.
The Chris Bryant one wasn't like a major. It was a fill-in for a half a season or less. And it was a last-minute deal, and he didn't even broker it. Scott Harris brokered the deal because he was the former Cubs assistant GM or whatever he was there. He had relationships, so he was able to get that. When is he going to pull the trigger? And what's he going to pull the trigger on? Is he going to pull the trigger and get rid of all these young players for a guy that doesn't, you better be going and getting a star like a Rosarena.
If they, there's more than just competing. This is going to have huge effects just on the fan base. I mean, you already started suffering last year. Right? What was the season ticket holders? I know season ticket holders isn't the end all be all, but it shows how much excitement the fan base has in the team.
Yeah.
They took a hit. I mean, who's going to come watch the current set of Giants right now? I mean, it's unfair to some of the players. I'm not blaming the players, but it's I see a lot of it in the chat. It's what is the philosophy of Farhan? And it just,
well, that is the point. You got to have a philosophy. And if the philosophy is if you can't get these free agents, then, why not? I mean, Farhan was brought in, right, to build the minor league system up. Where's his minor league system? He's had success with Bailey and Schmidt. And
gonna have to show. Gonna have to show.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Hey.
Look at that. Oh, buddy.
Hey, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, appreciate you guys out there. Even those who don't care for our format, hey, that's fine. We're doing our thing.
Yeah, we're doing our thing. I know we had a little
we always go off the rails. That's how this is what has built the NorCal Sports Network
fan
base.
We're not let me pull that comment up? Oh, it's in the
I got it right
starred.
here.
It's in the starred. Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
All right, Daniel. I understand where you're coming from. I'd watch you guys every day if you guys were a little more formal. Well, I had my
First
formal,
off, we're not on every day. Well, in this, it's baseball season.
but I did. I had my formal shirt on.
Yeah, you did.
I had my formal shirt.
And hey,
He
and I'm gonna
says
tell
you
you
guys
something.
get off the rails, and I can't stick with the ungrounded conversation.
Come on, undergrounded. Come on, dude. We're having fun here, dude.
Yeah.
If you
Hey,
can't have fun, I got a solution for you. Even though we hit 1,000, okay, I got a solution for you. You log on here. You right here. Let me show you. Let me show you on here.
Are you gonna have them unlog, unsubscribe?
Yeah. You
No,
see
we
that?
don't hate.
Where's
We'll
that?
go down to
No,
$9.99.
yeah, that's fine. I can live with that. Just go to, well, actually, I can't do it on here. Just go to that little unsubscribe, and then you got to worry about our ungrounded conversations. and you could go somewhere else. That's fine.
Hey,
Just saying.
I'm not going to get too defensive over it. It's his opinion.
It's his opinion. I get it.
I'll say this, Daniel. I've got to be me, and
Yeah, we're having fun here.
I'm going to have fun on this show.
We're not putting out anything fake. This is just
Yeah.
who we are.
I can't come on here and I got to have fun.
You know what? I like that, Will. I like that. Yeah, we come on here with a suit and tie and just start letting off farts and have fun.
No, it's hey, Daniel, you're welcome to stay here. You don't have to come if you don't want, but you're welcome. We are a little off script.
Yeah.
We're not professional.
We don't sit there and
Yeah.
today in
Yeah.
San Francisco news.
Yeah, we're not professional
Yeah.
broadcasters. It's not my gig. But I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun,
Yes.
and I'm gonna poke fun at some of the guys. It's all in fun. I don't dislike
Absolutely.
Farhan as a person. Okay.
Yeah, he seems like a nice person. We just
yeah.
have an issue with baseball.
Yeah, it's just the baseball acumen as far as what's his philosophy, what's he doing for the team. I'm not gonna sit here and say Farhan's the greatest, and certain people do on a certain fan group on Facebook, and talk about nothing negative about the Giants. Look, I'm going to tell you like it is. Eric's going to do the same. Our
Mhm.
guests are going to do the same. We're not going to sit here and say the Giants don't have problems. We're also, when the Giants start doing well, we'll tell you that
Absolutely.
they're rocking and rolling, and we like the direction they're going. I've been watching this game for 53 years. Okay, since I was 54 years, since I was 8 years old. 55 years. 55 years since I was playing. I'll tell you what.
You're a tyke.
I grew up in this game. I was 7 years old. Let me tell you a story. True story. I was 7 years old. I might even have
Spreadsheet. Yeah. Right.
I might even have. I'll pull it out here. Let's see if I've got it here. Hold on, Eric. You keep going. I'm gonna look for something.
Yeah. As Dan was saying, we just come on here, just give our ideas. It's not going to be formal. It's going to be informal. That's just who we are. Hold on one sec. Let out my little fella here. And that's how we established interest in the show. We kind of come on here and just give our thoughts. Could be positive, could be negative. Unfortunately, let's see it. We ain't got no damn spreadsheet. I set up the show. I meet Dan in the green room and said, "Hey, you ready to go? All right, let's go." And there you go. That's the spreadsheet. Oh, man. Oh, don't get me started, Hiroku. I really thought they were going to get a third spot. The way that it was kind of panning out, I thought they were going to squeak into that third position. But yeah. But hey, I didn't say they were going to win the division. I did not say they were going to win the division. Let's see. That's what we try to do, Jim. Exactly. We're talking sports with buddies. You guys are real. And yeah, exactly. That's the type of format that we wanted to have on here. Just guys sitting around having a conversation about baseball. Because, one thing I love about baseball, it's great for having conversations. There's a whole gambit of different things that baseball could take you in different directions. It's fantastic. That's why I love it.
I found it. 7 years old, playing ball on the Colts.
The Colts.
See if you can spot me.
We got to spot the good old Dan coaching the far right-hand side in the back.
Yeah, with my eyes closed.
Yep. There you go.
That's me, 7 years old. Let me tell you what happened.
Is that when you learned how to use the belt?
No, that was when I was 9. 7 years old. I'm out playing center field. It's a kid on second base. Ball comes, fly ball hit to me. I catch it. I see the kid off second. He just took off and ran. Didn't tag, nothing. He just ran.
Threw it into second.
Ran home. I didn't throw it into second. I ran it into second because I knew the rules and nobody else on my team did.
Hey, YouTube wants to know how much did it cost you to colorize that photo? Oh, whoa. We're getting ungrounded conversation going on. Yeah, I'm just joking. Bub, look at that. $10. Thanks, Bub. Appreciate it. Here's $10 for
regular maintenance on the fart machine. Keep it running smoothly. I love it. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
Let me show you another thing here. 1983 official yearbook from the Giants. 100 years.
Yeah, that's nice.
Look at that. Who's on the cover there? Frank Robinson.
That is awesome. Frank Robinson. Yep.
And who is that from New York?
Oh, that's the guy that named him the Giants. What was his name? The guy who gave "Those Are My Giants." I can't remember the guy's name was.
Jim Muttrey is instrumental in bringing the first National League Baseball franchise to New York City. The team, at first called the Gothams, is soon renamed the Giants by Muttrey and embarks upon a colorful, often standard-setting series of baseball eras. After many decades in the Polo Grounds, the club is transplanted in 1957 to San Francisco. A history of the Giants begins on page 5.
Yep, he's the one that said, "Those are my Giants out there," or something like that. Yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I got all this stuff, but this is a cool book. I haven't looked at it for maybe 30 years. The 10s, the 1910s, the 1920s, the 30s.
Break it down by decade.
Yeah,
nice.
Look at I think the 60s was probably the best era of the San Francisco Giants before the 2010 decade.
It's funny how you mentioned that, Aaron. I sent FP a DM on Twitter. I haven't heard back from him. Yeah, I invited him on the show. See what he thinks. We got all these other great baseball guys. You got Marty that comes on, Ned. We get some players that come on. Yeah, I would love to hear what FP has to say. Absolutely. We'll see what he says.
I started off as following baseball. I started playing it, probably at 4 or 5. Older brothers in the backyard, just swinging a bat and a ball, take it out to the street and to the park, and had a natural hand-eye coordination, learned the game, played it, loved it, started watching the Giants. I think one of my first games was watching was 68, Bobby Bonds, Barry's dad. I think he hit a grand slam against the Dodgers his first game, maybe. I recall something like that. Home run or grand slam, whatever. But I just remember so much, the players, and then every day as a kid, 7, 8, 9-year-old, picking up the Oakland Tribune at the house and the green sheet, we called the San Francisco Chronicle. It was the sports page was the green. It was green. So and I studied those box scores, man. I just looked and knew everybody's average, knew everything about all the players, knew their numbers, and yeah, that's right, Hiroku. I was there with the babe. I was there.
John McGraw once tried to hit Dan.
Oh man, that was sick when he threw the ball at me, McGraw. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at Senior. Any guess on Wednesday's guess? Oh man.
Yeah. We do have a guest again coming
Wednesday.
Wednesday, 8:30. You're going to want to be here. He is a current MLB player. We'll say that.
Yep. We'll just go there. Yeah.
Yep. So,
no,
PK,
it's not Marty.
It's not Marty. It's a current MLB player.
But you're going to get Marty on here soon, right? I know he was.
Yeah. We'll get Marty on here. So, yeah. So, it's kind of a, what do I want to say? What was I? Hold on here. Okay. What did I do? There we go. Hit the wrong button. Bob Melvin coming on. I did say player. Okay. Player. All right. Is it a Giants player? We're not going to say. So, but I'll let Senior answer that. You can read that in the chat. Yeah. So we are we still at 1,000?
We are still at 1,000. How about that? We're holding it.
Keep subscribing. Keep going. Let's get that to 1.1 so I feel a little more comfortable when I tick everybody. When I get too many people ticked off and they cancel.
Hey, thanks, Nick, man. Have a good one. Hey, check out my channel on December 7th. I was going to do a Pearl Harbor special on December 7th. Hey, thanks, Senior. Appreciate it, man. And appreciate you guys all in the chat. I saw all the congrats. We appreciate you guys all. Yeah, we couldn't do this without you guys. Otherwise we'd just sit here talking to ourselves.
Thank you, everybody. Really, truly, thanks. And thanks to those who donated tonight. Bub Rad and Creative Mindset. Thank you.
Yep.
Also to our mods, Mark Graves.
Yep.
And
who else? I think Eric L was one.
Is Eric L? Is Will Martinez one?
I think Will Martinez is one. I can't remember. I think so.
Or do they have a blue thing by him, right? If they're
yeah, I have to look. If I get into the actual YouTube, you can't see it in StreamYard.
Oh, you can't see it in StreamYard? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. You see it?
if you go through YouTube, you look at the chat in YouTube, you'll be able to see it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Through YouTube.
What's up, Fossey? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So
yeah, the little blue wrench. Yep.
Yep, the blue wrench. It's a wrench. That's what what did I call it? A blue what? I can't remember. I'm so tired right now. It's after 12 here. I'm just
yeah. It's getting late for you.
Yeah. So hey, thanks, Eric. Yeah, so we finally got to 1,000. Now we got to go onward and upward, and we're gonna do that. You guys, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff during. We're gonna try and entertain people here between the hours of as much as possible between the hours of 7 and 10. With no.
Yeah, that's what we normally go on. Yeah.
Yeah, but no KMBR. Nobody to talk Bay Area sports. If you guys want to come on, we'll open up the phone lines. Probably not tonight at this point, but we'll open up the lines if you guys want to come in.
You know what? That's a good idea. An open line. So just hey, whatever they want to come in and ask or ask in the chat, and we'll just take it that way.
Is there a way we can hook up a phone line to it? Like
I don't
Larry
know
does.
how.
I don't know. I'll have to ask Larry how he does that.
I don't think Larry does. I think he just has people come into the chat, right? Here he comes in just on the through StreamYard. I don't think he does the phone anymore. That was Ryan was able to do that.
Ryan had that set up. Yeah. Dan, you need to go to spring training with a credential or not? You do need a credential if you want to get into the clubhouse and get access to the players and all that stuff. Yeah. I got to work on doing the re-credentialing anyway. So no breaking news with MLB tonight, huh? Nothing.
Yeah,
it's
nothing.
It's 1 in the morning, 1:10 in the morning in Nashville. The night's over. Nothing's happened. I think tomorrow.
Maybe. Yeah.
Last year when I was there, that was the year. That was the day. I think Trey Turner signed, or he might have signed the day before. It's a slow year, but last year was a lot better, more players.
I know. I mean, you got a few big players. I mean, you got Shohei Yamamoto,
Yamamoto, and Bellinger are the big three,
and then it drops off pretty big after that.
Then you get into the pitching, and it's Montgomery. It's who else is up there in the pitching? We were looking at the list a little while ago. I can't even remember it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he just has them coming through StreamYard.
Yeah.
Brendan Lee said big news that Ohtani met with the Blue Jays. Well, it's funny they're making it a big deal about the Blue Jays, but he also met with the Giants, but you don't hear about that so much. It's kind of low key. Have you noticed that? You see it all over Twitter about, he met with the Blue Jays, but you didn't see that same reaction when he met with the San Francisco Giants over this last weekend.
Yeah, like I say, the only chance the Giants have is if they're just way above everybody else financially. And
even then, he may not want to even come.
Exactly. He may not. I mean, he's got to come to the Giants. The Giants need to have another bat behind him. I mean, so...
Yeah, Corey, we've been talking about this. I think the only way, a lot of people don't care for the Ohtani. I understand it. The only reason why I talk about it is just I want the Giants to do something to improve the damn team. Because what's going to happen is I don't think it's going to stop. If it's just Ohtani, I'm done with this damn Giants team because that's not going to do nothing. Ohtani should get you another 2 or 3 guys to come on the team, and you just got to pony up the money. That's what I want to use Ohtani for. Yeah, is it expensive? Absolutely. But it's going to get you more guys to show up for the Giants. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, who knows?
And like Corey said with Farhan, man, that makes it a tough hurdle. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, YouTube makes a good point. Having secret Ohtani, Yamamoto being posted, and Padres open to trade Soto. Nobody's moving yet. Once one goes, I think when Ohtani makes a decision, the dominoes start to fall.
Okay, real quick before we close this out, I want to get a little poll here. Oh shoot! I could do a poll on YouTube, but it's only one player. Okay, where does everyone think Yamamoto is going to land? I guess do you want me to put that in a YouTube as a YouTube poll?
I wouldn't be surprised if he lands with the Mets or.
Where does Yamamoto land?
I think it's going to be tough to beat Steve Cohen. I don't know what it is with right now. It's okay. It's 11 o'clock California, 11:15, right?
Hold on. Here we got Yankees or Dodgers. We got Yankees. We got Seattle. We got Yankees. Marcana thinks maybe the Giants. PK says Miami. Necron says Giants. Senior says Cubs. Let's see. Dodgers from Brandon. Royals. Well, come on, PK. What are you doing, dude?
I don't understand one thing.
Kind of all over the place with the Yamamoto.
One thing I want to look at here, time-wise. Somebody said that all the games with Ohtani are broadcast live back in Japan, right?
Yeah, real quick. Jays Arizona. Okay, go ahead.
So all the games are broadcast live to Japan. So they say the West Coast is. I heard Smoltz talk about this and say, well, it's important because all the games. I think he's going to be West Coast. I don't see the Braves in it. Right now, it's 11:15 in the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
It's or 11:12, call it whatever exact. It's 4:12 in the afternoon in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
So that means the games ended, say, 2 hours ago. Right?
So
Let's say it started at, let's say 6:45. Let's call it 7 o'clock. It started 4 hours ago. So that means it's noon. A night game starts at noon in Japan. A day game would be 6 hours earlier at 1 o'clock. That means the game would start at 6 in the morning in Japan, right? On a weekend.
Okay.
On the East Coast, if it's 6 in the morning in Japan and it's 1 o'clock game on the East Coast, that means it's starting at 3 in the morning in Japan, right?
Right.
So that could be a factor.
You know what, though? You know what I say? I'm going to have a little pushback. If he cares about playing for Japanese and playing Japan, look.
You understand? It's a they want to watch him.
I get it. I understand that, but you could record it and watch it later, right? Does watching it live? I mean,
yeah, I think watching it live, sure. I think it means so. I think watching a game at 3 in the morning on a day game is pretty tough, but 6 in the morning. Doesn't Japan have a culture where they even take naps during the middle of the day? Like
I'm not sure.
I've read that somewhere that they used to, at least. A lot of times they'd have a break in their day for work and they just take a nap. I don't know. Maybe somebody who's well-traveled or historian knows more of that. But I think that does have some effect. I'm telling you, I'm married to a Filipino, and I can tell you that the Asian culture is very loyal. And, the Filipinos have Manny Pacquiao, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they go crazy. Everybody watches a Manny Pacquiao fight in the Philippines. Okay? It's major. I mean, it's like, oh, Pacquiao's fighting. And so, but with Otani, it's just how they are. They.
But is Otani? Here's the thing. What does Otani want? This is where you got to get in his head. I've heard that he wants to win. That's
I think he wants to win, and I also think he's a loyal to his country. We saw that in the WBC, how competitive and excited he was to win. I think he's very proud of his country.
Yeah.
And
so then we can ride out. Then why would he meet teams that are going to be on the East Coast?
I don't know. He could end up going there. They may say, well, look, it's only a few games, because you look at the start time of it. What did we say at a game 4 hours ago getting started?
You said 4 o'clock or noon their time, right? Or something like that.
Would be, because right now in Tokyo, it is
4:15 or something. Like
so 4 hours ago would be a noon game. And if it was an East Coast game, it would have started 8 hours, or 7 hours ago. So it would have been a 9 o'clock, 9 in the morning, a night game.
Right.
A night game in Atlanta would start at 9 in the morning in Japan. So that works. It's just the day games. So I don't know how important that is. I only bring it up because I heard John Smoltz bring it up.
Yeah.
And he said, I think he said that's important to him. Every game's broadcast live in Japan. It sure makes sense for him to go to the Dodgers.
Yeah, it does. Well, this brings me to another question. Chat, where does Bellinger land? Yamamoto, I saw all over the place. I saw Mets, Yankees, I saw Arizona, I think, in there somewhere. Where does Bellinger land?
I was leaning Yankees, but after listening to what we heard on MLB tonight, Seattle sounds like a pretty good possibility. Teaming Bellinger and Rodriguez up, and Bellinger playing up in the Northwest. I don't know. I mean, Bellinger's his family's from the East Valley here in Arizona. I'm not sure if he's from Gilbert or Mesa, but one of those teams that has
going back to Chicago. I see going back to the Dodgers. I see Cubs, Mariners.
I think we're going to, who knows? Do you think Davis wants to hit in front of Freeman or JD?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You know, there's something to be said about.
Oh, that I didn't know. Bellinger's dad played for the Yankees.
Yep, he did.
So there could be that link.
There's something to be said about having fun. Winning is fun, okay? It just is.
Ooh, I like what Senior says. Snell to the Mariners, Ohtani to the Cubs. Woo.
Yamamoto
to the Giants, and Bellinger to the Mets. Jock get re-signed. Don't even go there.
The real battle.
Eric L thinks Bellinger going to the D-backs. Interesting. Yeah, that's true, Corey.
I don't even get into where they're going to go anymore because it's such a crapshoot.
I know it is. It's fun to see what people think.
It is kind of interesting, you know.
I'm not going to even ask about Ohtani. Okay, do you foresee a big trade? Do you foresee like a monster trade?
I could see the Giants striking out in free agency and trading a bunch of their assets for Trout.
You think so?
I could see it. I could see it.
God.
I could see it.
That would be so bad. Oh, man, that would be so bad.
I don't know how bad it would be if the Angels kick in some salary. I think if Ohtani goes to the Dodgers, Trout's going to be a Giant.
You think
I could see Moreno saying,
because he's not going to trade him to the Dodgers. He made a good point yesterday.
I could see him say, you know what?
Ooh, D-Shot says Giants getting Giants getting Soto.
I don't see that. I don't see it. And I don't like it because it's a 1-year deal. I don't want a 1-year deal.
I know.
I mean, I don't want a 1-year deal.
What do we got here? Yelich to the Giants. What's up, Zup? Chile?
Christian Yelich to the Giants.
Yelich to the Red Sox. That's what Chardall's saying. Yelich is cooked. Yeah, I don't think the Padres would deal Soto to the Giants anyways. I don't see that.
Rob C.
Oh, Rob, don't even.
I don't think Jock's coming back under any circumstances.
Do you think he's done? Or
No, I don't think he's done. He'll get a contract.
Trout will find a way to Philly somehow.
That's the thing I also thought about is Trout may reject a trade. I don't know if he has a no trade clause. He may.
Ooh, I bet he does.
And he may reject a trade to the Giants. I could see him wanting to go to Philly. I could see the Phillies trading Castellanos and another player or two for Trout. I could see that. You know, he's from Philly, New Jersey area or whatever, which is close to Philly.
Do you think Toronto will trade for Soto? I see that by Brandon Lee.
I could see Toronto going all in. Yeah. I mean,
because the AL East.
AL East tough. Baltimore
Tampa. Now. Tampa, New York, Boston.
Yeah.
That's a tough division.
Yeah.
Especially with how Baltimore's playing now. There ain't no pushover. They're going to be the team to beat. And guess what? They got young guys. Imagine that.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, which pitchers are coming off injury? That's the ones the Giants will see. Now, I find it interesting. I don't know if you caught that. Did you see how Farhan said he wants to get top end of the rotation, not depth?
Right.
I think that's Yamamoto.
Oh, it's got to be Yamamoto.
It has to be Yamamoto.
I think they're gonna pay an arm and a leg for Yamamoto. And
are you guys okay with paying $300 million for Yamamoto though? I mean,
not my money.
Yeah, true. Yeah, good point. But you don't think we talked about this. I don't think it handcuffs the organization.
No, it doesn't handcuff him. Doesn't handcuff him a bit.
But
if you think he can pitch till 35, you and it's $300 million, you have to make it $30 million a year. So you stretch it out, and in 5-6 years, $30 million is going to be today's 20, right? Look at Gosman's contract.
Doesn't that just seem so frustrating? You got Webb, you got Yamamoto, who are in their peak years, and they're going to be able to do nothing because if you don't have a lineup behind you.
Well, I'll tell you, pitching can keep you in games.
It can.
Pitching can keep you in a lot of games.
Yeah, but the way the Giants' defense was and the offense, oh god.
And that's why why I would spend money.
That's why I would trade for a Rosarena. At least you get some better defense.
Well, yeah. This is why I would go get Yamamoto at whatever it takes, because now you've got two aces. Keeps you're in a 3-game series. You have you should be able to win one game for sure, but you likely can take 2 or 3 when you've got 2 aces going against, somebody else's. You're in games. Now you've got additional assets, which the Giants' biggest asset is depth of pitching in the minors.
So you could use that.
So you can use that to trade.
Yes.
And that's how you got to do this. If they figure they're already out on Ohtani, they have to pivot quickly and go set the market for Yamamoto.
So how would you be good with signing Yamamoto, trading for a Rosarena, and signing maybe Rhys Hoskins? Do you think?
Yeah. Who am I trading for a Rosarena? Who's going?
It's gonna have to be starting pitching. It might have to be a Whisenhunt, a Black, a Birdsong, a Crawford.
What if they say they want? It's got to be Harrison.
See, well then,
Harrison has to be in any deal that we give up a Rosarena.
Probably will. I mean, that's gonna. Would you trade Harrison?
If I kept Whisenhunt and I can get a Rosarena, I probably would have to consider it, because you're going to have to give up something to get something. A Rosarena, he's an all-star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you trade a lot more to? We talked about this: a Rosarena and Glasnow.
For Glasnow, heck yeah, I love Glasnow.
So now you got a center fielder.
Give me 3 proven starting pitchers. Give me 3 proven.
Right. So now you got Webb, Yamamoto, and Glasnow, a Rosarena in the outfield. So that you've done all that with the trades.
Yeah.
And then you free agency, you hit Hoskins.
And you might go Lee as your leadoff hitter and center fielder.
And he's a lefty, right?
Yeah. And you might
he's not a power hitter.
Yeah, but he's a gap hitter, and I think he could, if he can play center field, he's supposed to be really good defensively. He's young. Maybe that's your answer. Probably the whole Ohtani thing. It just needs the Giants just need to make a move. They should be prioritizing Yamamoto first.
I've read. Who did I say? I think I can't remember who said it. I think it was Morrissey. I saw it on a tweet somewhere saying. And you notice he never mentioned the Giants on Ohtani.
Yeah, you should go after Yamamoto first, and then you might have a shot at Ohtani. But if you wait for, go get Yamamoto and then build.
Now, do you think That's going to be interesting. Do you think Ohtani signs before the Giants would sign Yamamoto? Because Yamamoto's not going to sign for a while, it sounds.
I don't know. Man, I'm not sure. Corey Cooper says trade Webb and another top prospects for Luis Roberts and another top prospects and Corbin Burns, sign Yamamoto. Now you have a real staff to compete. It's not a bad idea. I mean, I love Webb and wouldn't want to trade him, but I did mention, him for a couple of young stars in the Texas organization. But
that's ballsy right there.
So, I mean, we heard it from Tom. Verducci. His plan for the Dodgers was go get wasn't it Ohtani and then trade for Burns and Arena? See, Verducci. Yeah, he's going.
What did
big.
Verducci say?
He said go get Ohtani and then trade for Corbin Burns and Arena.
That was for the Dodgers too, wasn't it?
Dodgers. Yeah. He's
God, and they could do it because they got the farm system to get that done. They really do.
Deadline for Yamamoto's January 4th. He goes back to Japan. Okay. Yeah, he ain't going back to Japan.
No.
Not with 250. I think
no way.
I think 225 is the floor.
It's going to go higher.
Yeah, that's what I say. 225 is the floor, and it's going to go up.
Supposedly, Heyman says that for right now, Ohtani's well above 500 already.
Oh, I think he's going to be 600. I really do.
I said that too in the very beginning.
I think he's going to be 600. This is why I said just go out and make it 8 years at 600, $75 million a year with an opt-out after 3 years. I mean, guys making $75 million a year. And you only got him for 8 years instead of 10 or 12. You don't have that burden of all those years where he might not be, I mean, Fossey says he's getting 700. I could see that. I could see
700. Holy crap.
I said the beginning 600. It's going to be a 600 deal. I think.
Whew.
I really do.
Oh, with opt-outs.
Heck yeah.
I don't know. Would you opt out though with that much money on the table?
That's why you give him an opt-out, because if he really, really wants to win and you suck, we'll see. I don't know if he does opt out. If he signs with the Dodgers, he may not ask for an opt out. Who knows? It all depends. We don't know what's in his head. We don't know what he likes. We don't know.
Yeah, that's the issue, and that's the big.
He may love it. He may love his home where he lives in Orange County. Assuming he's in Orange County,
yep.
He may just say, like, "Look,
he may go back to the Angels.
Yeah, I want to just stay here, and I doubt it because they don't have much, and they seem to be years away because they have no farm. They don't have any real trade assets.
Yeah,
I mean, this is why you buy low and sell high.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if they would have traded Trout a year ago or 2 years ago and just traded Ohtani last year going into the season, because you could have got a lot more for Ohtani instead of waiting till the trade deadline. And then he got hurt and you get nothing, Imagine if you would have traded Trout and Ohtani. And I mean, look what the Nationals got for Soto. CJ Abrams, James Wood.
Yeah, they got a haul.
The other hitter, I'm drawing a blank. There's another big hitter that was really Haskell. He's supposed to be a big hitter. Then they got Mackenzie Gore, the pitcher, the left-handed pitcher. The Padres gave up a ton to get Soto, and it really hasn't worked out for them. They made it to the NLCS in 22, and they didn't even make the playoffs this year. So
let's see what we got. Senior, I agree with what Senior's saying here. He goes, he may be getting offered way less. He's damaged goods. That's true. I mean, I'm just going by what reports are saying. So we'll see.
Yeah, I
clubs exactly aren't the I mean, some of the prices. I mean, have you seen some of the price? Look what Sonny Gray got. The guy got 3 years at $75 million.
Ridiculous.
That's a lot of money for a Sonny Gray type of
Yep,
pitcher.
exactly.
So that's why I keep thinking, maybe, it's gonna get the 600 and Yamamoto will get 300. Man, that's a lot of money. And then who else? Who was the other guy that got a bunch of money? That 12 million a year. He signed for Sonny Gray. I can't remember who it was.
Oh,
What did Nola get?
7 years, 180, something like that.
Woo.
Wasn't it?
Dang.
Something like that.
I mean, that's a lot. The market's high.
Yeah, and it's getting higher, and it gets set. It's like, last year Farhan waited, the market got set, and he ended up overpaying for Correa, and they backed out.
Nola was 172. Whew.
Yeah, 7 years, something like that. Yeah. Hey, I think we're going to end it here. We've been going 2 hours 40 minutes.
Still
Thank
got
you,
100
everybody.
people in the chat.
Is there still 100? Wow!
We're still
At 11:30. You want us to keep them going, Eric? I'm tired.
Oh, gosh, man. I don't know. I hate to have. Well, there it dropped down to 92. Okay, we're good.
90. Well, heard we're gonna get.
Oh, man.
Hey guys, thank you so much helping us get to 1,000. Help us keep
Absolutely.
going. Hit the like button. Wednesday night. We'll be back tomorrow night, though. We're gonna keep going this week. We got some momentum going. We'll come back.
Don't forget, if breaking news happens, you'll hear it here first. Well, not first, but first on YouTube.
Yeah. And PK Man OG says, Romo, when is Dan getting Melvin on? Not sure, but we do have a guest coming on Wednesday night.
Wednesday night,
8:30.
8:30 Pacific. Don't miss it.
Yeah, it is a current MLB player. Okay. We may drop some hints at some point, but let me tell you what else we have in. All right, so tomorrow night we'll come back on at 8:30. All right, everybody, 8:30, same channel, NorCal Sports Network. Hit your notifications bell so that you get notified every time we come on. In case we come on earlier in the day.
Especially this week, because you never know what may happen.
This week we're on full alert. We've got someone awake, watching for an attack at any moment. So, yeah, all hands on deck right now, waiting to see what happens.
Now, if anything happens at 5 o'clock in the morning Pacific, forget about it. You're gonna wait a little while.
Yeah, it'd be like Pearl Harbor, man. We'll all be sleeping.
Oh, I
Just
know.
Sneak attack. We don't want that. Ohtani drops the bomb that he's signing.
Bay Area Ghost of Bay Area Bob's at it 9 minutes ago.
Well, what did he have to say?
Hearing Giants are close on a deal that should get done tomorrow. Position player, unsure who.
Chapman.
That's kind of vague because a lot of moves usually happen on the second day.
He said that Bay Area Ghost.
The Ghost of, yeah.
I think he's got some inside information. Somebody in the organization.
You think so?
I do. I think he gets information, but that isn't always accurate. Like Judge last year, but he's telling us. Hold on here. Let me look here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a gander here. Good old Ghost. It's entertaining for sure.
Oh, Ghost. He's trying. Should I sleep like Farhan or drop one more? Oh boy.
Are you reading it at all?
10 minutes. Giants also showing strong interest in Blake Snell and have had multiple conversations with Boris.
again?
Snell.
And what team?
Giants.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it could be worse. I don't know, man. What's his Twitter handle? Ghost. Hold on. Of Bay Area. Bob.
His Bay Area. Oh, don't put it out there. Yeah, I don't know.
No, they want to follow it on Twitter. Yeah,
Oh.
they could just type it in.
Yeah, whatever. I don't. He's like a lot of his stuff hasn't come to pass, so I'm not.
Yeah,
I hope very low. He says
follow
Barry
at
Bob,
your own detriment.
Yeah, his official Shohei Ohtani destination rankings in terms of most likely. He's got Dodgers 1, Giants 2A, Angels 2B, Blue Jays, Cubs.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I think the Giants are probably the bridesmaids again.
I don't think he has not hit on any. The only thing he did hit on was he said what was it? Yesterday, before it actually broke, that Ohtani had met with Giants officials at Oracle Park.
Yeah, he said Judge was coming last year and all that.
Yeah, he
whatever.
said that too. Yeah.
Anyway, he did say Giants are close on a deal that should get done tomorrow. Position player unsure who. Yeah. My guess is that's Chapman.
Oh, I hope not. But that's pretty vague. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Tuesdays, the second day of the winter meetings, usually there's going to be some signings. I mean, that's not a big deal.
We'll see. We'll see where things head up. But anyway, we'll come back tomorrow, 8:30, maybe earlier in the day if something breaks.
Yep.
We'll have it right here on the NorCal Sports Network. Thanks again for joining, everybody. Everybody have a great Tuesday. Have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow. Arrivederci. Ciao.
Woo!